morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Rounds Baseball's live commentary of the Premier12 tournament. Tonight, we are going to be bringing you the final game of the Super Round, and it will be between Chinese Taipei and the host nation, one of the host nations, Japan, as the finals will be played in Tokyo. Earlier today, it was a seesaw affair, a game that really turned into a seesaw affair as the United States fell to Venezuela. The final score, the United States beat Venezuela 6-5. It was a 5-0 lead for the Americans, and the Venezuelans had battled back with 5 runs to tie it, but a home run in the top of the ninth inning by Ryan Ward was able to allow the Americans to go through with a 6-5 victory. The Venezuelans did have opportunity in the bottom of the ninth that they had 2 runners on with 2 out, but a pop-up to end the ball game is where that one finished. Well, we're going to give you the starting lineups, first of all, for the visitors from Chinese Taipei. We're leading off tonight, and in center field is number 98, Chen Wei-Chen. Batting second is the right fielder, number 83, Li Lin. Hitting third and left field is number 32, Song En Seng. In the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 4, Kunquan Giljegilja. If I say that correctly, I apologize. It is, I think it's Giljegilja, and hopefully we can get that correct in our own minds here tonight. The first baseman batting fifth is number 35, Chi Kai Pan. Hitting sixth at shortstop is number 90, Kun Yo Chang. Hitting seventh and doing the catching is number 95, Pei Fong Dai. Hitting eighth at second base is number 58, Tung Hun Ye. And batting ninth at third base, number 9, Cheng Yu Chang. And they are going to be facing Takehisa Hayakawa, the Tohoku Golden Eagles left-hander. He will take to the mound with no record in the tournament. He has pitched 5 1/3 innings. He's allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, all were earned. He'd walked 3 and struck out 7, and he pitched to an ERA of 6.75. Well, that's your starting lineup for Chinese Taipei, and now your starting lineup for Samurai Japan. Leading off and playing second base wearing number 9 is Itsuki Moribayashi. Batting second and playing first base is number 32, Toshiya Sato. And the 3 spot in center field wearing number 8 is Ryosuke Tatsumi. In the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 1, Shota Morishita. Batting fifth and left field is number 7, Kaida Sano. Hitting sixth at shortstop is number 24, Kataro Kobayashi. Batting seventh and playing third base is number 3, Kataro Kiyomiya. Hitting eighth and doing the catching tonight is number 22, Yota Koga. And batting ninth in right field wearing number 5 is Ryota Isabata. And they are going to be facing a star youngster for Chinese Taipei. It'll be Po Ching Chen. He takes to the hill with a record of 0-1 in the tournament. He's worked 5 1/3 innings. He has allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 3. And he will take to the hill tonight for Chinese Taipei. Well, the national anthems are upon us. We got a couple moments before this game will get going. Appreciate everybody who comes in, whether they listen live or on delay. And we'll be right back in just a few with all the action. We're a few minutes away from the start of the ball game as the Japanese starting lineups are being introduced, and we're just going to take you through a couple of things before we get ourselves into this one tonight. We were looking at the starting lineups tonight for Japan, and we'll set the scenario for you here. The Japanese are through to the championship game, which is tomorrow. Now, who they will play, it really depends on what happens here in this one. If Chinese Taipei wins, it's pretty easy. They will be playing Japan tomorrow in the championship game. If not, then it goes to a tiebreaker, and then all 3 teams, United States, Chinese Taipei, as well as Venezuela are all at 1-2 because their records, and they've all beaten each other, and they're all basically 1-1 against one another. Then what ends up happening is there's a run difference, offensive innings, total runs, that type of scenario tiebreaker. But until this game is completed tonight, we won't know what that is. So I guess in some ways, if Chinese Taipei was to lose tonight, the best advice would be score a lot of runs, and as many as you can possibly get, because that is going to help you in the tiebreaker. Some other news and notes. The Japanese are sending out, and I hate to say it, almost a B lineup tonight. There are a couple of the regulars in, but most of the starters are getting the night off because, of course, they're going to be playing tomorrow. So some of the players that are in the lineup tonight, Suki Moribayashi, Toshiya Sato. You've also got Katara Kobayashi, Katara Kiyomiya, Yuta Koga, and Ryota Isobata have all seen action in the tournament to some degree or another, but they have not been the major role. The big players that are getting the night off tonight would be like Shugo Maki, Kaito Kazono gets the night off, Ryoya Kurihara, as well as Shogo Sakakura. They're all getting the evening to rest, and we may see them later in the game. I'd also be curious to see who they come in for. Is it going to be Tatsumi and Morishita who are starting tonight, or Kaita Sano, those three who are regulars? Will they be the ones who are substituted out? And that might be a situation that we may see on our hands here as well. So that is the situation for both Japan and Chinese Taipei. They'll be playing the game here tonight, obviously with the intention of Chinese Taipei. If they can win, it'll set up the showdown for tomorrow against Samurai Japan. Well, we are still waiting the national anthems to be completed and all the pomp and circumstance to take place. We are on a little bit early tonight. We'll be back in just a few as we'll give you some other updates from around the NPB and also in Major League Baseball as well. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. The big news in Major League Baseball today most likely would have been the trade between the Cincinnati Reds and the Kansas City Royals. The Kansas City Royals sent Brady Singer, a former first-round pick, packing to Cincinnati in return for infielder Jonathan India and outfielder Joey Wiemer. And it was very interesting in that because India is a proven hitter. Joey Wiemer this is his third team. I think that it has been in 3 seasons, as he was formerly with the Milwaukee Brewers as well. India and Singer were also former college teammates at the University of Florida, and they both went in the first round of the 2018 draft. Yet here we are a few years later, and they are now being swapped for one another. But more importantly to that is the Kansas City Royals giving up on some pitching, especially a pitcher who is coming off arguably his best season. So keep your eyes there. Is it something that Kansas City knows that maybe the Cincinnati Reds don't? On the flip side of the coin, Dodgers have hired a former Rangers manager, Chris Woodward, as he is going to be their first base coach. He is going to be replacing Clayton McCullough, who left to take the Miami Marlins job. So that is how the shoe is falling there. Other news and notes around Major League Baseball. Phil Bickford signed a minor league deal with the Chicago Cubs. It looks like he's also going to get an invite to spring training. Those are some of the other news. Kyle Farmer, former Minnesota Twin and Cincinnati Red, has agreed to terms with a deal with the Colorado Rockies. And those are pretty much the news. There is no other major transactions that have taken place across the MLB at this point, just those ones that were there today. In terms of items from the NPB, nothing really new to report, as we had reported yesterday a couple of times from other sources. that there was going to be a couple of moves that were made. Obviously, Joe Endo was going to the Oryx Buffaloes from the Crosstown Hanshin Tigers. Elvin Rodriguez is been made a free agent by the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. He is, despite pitching in 32 games this year, going 1-1 with a save and posting a 1.80 ERA. He is free to look for other teams. And then there was the signing of Sandro Fabian. It was Major League Baseball trade rumors were reporting that it was a multi-year deal worth millions of dollars, which is strange, but Yahoo Japan says his contract is for $700,000 US with $400,000 signing bonus and incentives up to $600,000. That makes it more realistic for a player who only had 5 big league at-bats in his major league career. Well, the Premier 12 national anthems are done. The teams still haven't taken to the field yet, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments with all the action. But hang tight, everybody. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few. The umpires and the managers have just completed the lineup card exchanges, and they're getting their photos taken as a group. So we are still probably about 3 or 4 minutes away from first pitch. We mentioned, we gave the starting lineups at the outset. It'll be Chen, Lin, and Seng to come to bat for Chinese Taipei here. Crowd tonight in Japan looks a little bit better than it did the last couple of games for the Japan games. The last couple of games down the left field line, a lot of empty seats and a sparse crowd. I would have to think that with Chinese Taipei being somewhat close nation as opposed to the United States and Venezuela, that there would be some of the fans from that nation that are making the journey to see their team play. They really were well-attended games in Taipei City. And of course, the series here having moved to Japan, the tournament here is coming to its climax. Tomorrow will be the final game of the tournament, as that will be the championship one. It's a winner-take-all one-game showdown. Not sure if that's something that I necessarily like in a one-game event. I have to say that certainly the Japanese are great tournament teams. They can get into the tournaments and do very, very well and be very successful. But if you had to play a best of 7 or a best of 5, how would that fare, and how would the other teams do against them? That would be the question I think that a lot of people would like to see answered, because in a one-game deal, even Japan could get KO'd in that situation if you've got a hot start from somebody who is rolling against them. Well, the starting pitcher, Hayakawa, is on the hill. He's taking his turns to get the warm-up tosses in. We'll be back in just a moment with all the action. First pitch is just around the corner. We'll be back in 30 seconds with all of it for you here tonight. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Chen, Lin, and Seng to come to bat here, as Hayakawa has just completed his warm-up tosses, as we are ready to get the action going here in just a couple moments. It is head-to-head stats here tonight. The pitching edge goes towards the youngster Chen Po Ching. But we will see where this Poaching Chen is. It'll see how this plays out here tonight. The Japanese, managed by Hirokazu Ibata, has had himself a great run at this tournament. They're looking to try to close it out with a victory here tonight and tomorrow to keep their streak alive. Samurai Japan has won 26 international games in a row, and that is where we stand right now as we are ready to get this one underway. The Japanese are in their home whites with the pinstripes. I'm not sure if I like the pinstripes. I certainly like their road uniforms a little bit better, but that is, I guess, something that everybody has to their likings, and certainly that is what they have. It's almost like a silky look to the uniform. It has a little bit of a shine in the background. That part is pretty cool. For a Chinese Taipei, they are in their road blue top with the white pants as we are ready to get this one underway. Chen Wei Chen stepping to bat as he is hitting .231 in the tournament. He's 6 for 26, and the first pitch, he bunts down the third baseline, but it's going to go foul. And the count is quickly 0-1. We are underway at 7:08 local time, or 19:08 if you're on military time. So Chen Wei Chen leading it off. As we said, he's got a homer and 5 RBIs in the tournament. Batting from the left side here against the lefty Hayakawa, who delivers a fastball that is swung on and missed. Nice pitch rather by the lefty as he came under the hands of the starting left fielder of Chinese Taipei. So no balls and 2 strikes. Again, the lefty kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hayakawa is a very upright pitcher, upright in terms of his delivery. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side of the infield, fielded neatly by the second baseman, Murray Biashi. He throws to first, and Chen is going to be retired. It's going to be a ground out 4-3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Li Lin. And for Lin, well, he's 7 for 26 in the tournament. He's batting .269. He's got a homer and 6 runs batted in. He hits from the right side as he gets the nod in right field tonight. He's got a bit of a close stance as he hits from the right side. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Hayakawa leans in, getting the sign from his catcher Koga, and there's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into the seats, foul on the right field side, and count runs even to 1-1. Hard to find an empty seat down the right field line as well as in the outfield for this one tonight, but it was the left field line which is the visitors' side, where we weren't really sure exactly where all the fans were in the last couple of games, as that breaking ball misses outside. Count is now 2-1 to Lin. Hayakawa back to the motion. He delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's going to be lifted foul as it slices down the right field line, and it reaches the seats, and the count now is 2-2 on Lin. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hayakawa ready to go again, wasting little time. Delivers a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 3-2. I'll say this, the misses tonight from Hayakawa have been up in the zone. He's not really finishing his pitches as of yet. Here comes the 3-2. As the right-hander left-hander delivers, it's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Lin for the second out of the inning. So he goes in the books for out number 2, and that's going to leave it all up to the left fielders, Song and Xiang. And for Xiang, well, he's 3 for 14 in the tournament. He's got no homers and a couple RBIs. So Chinese Taipei, as we said, wins this game, and they punch the ticket to tomorrow night. There's a fastball that swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Seng getting the start in left field. When we've seen Chinese Taipei play, he has been the designated hitter. Only once did we see him roaming the outfield. As he swings through that breaking ball, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Seng. Seng's a big fella, probably arguably the stockiest in the lineup tonight for the Chinese Taipei, as he swings at a fastball, hits it on 1 hop to the shortstop Kobayashi, who throws to first, and that is going to do it. It's a ground out 6-3 for the third out of the inning, And Chinese Taipei goes quietly here in inning number 1. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are through a half inning. It is Chinese Taipei nothing. Japan coming to bat. Stick around with us, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order for Samurai Japan. That means Tsuki Moribayashi, Toshiya Sato, and Ryosuke Tatsumi to come to bat here to get things going for Samurai Japan. For Moribayashi, another Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagle in the lineup tonight. He is 0 for 6 in the tournament, as he has seen action sparingly. As we said, there's really only 3, or what we would consider 3 regulars from this tournament in the lineup tonight. And that would be Tatsumi, Morishita, and Sano. Our friend TYN says Taiwan should save their energy for the gold medal game. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Is that official, TYN, that they're in? They have to win, I thought, to get in. If it goes to a tiebreak, then they've got a situation at the back end where it would be 3 teams all tied at 1 and 2, which would be the U.S., Chinese Taipei, and Venezuela. Then there would be a tiebreaker based on the runs, as there's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 2-0 on Moribayashi. So 2 balls and no strikes. Certainly the runs for against the United States was big. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line. This ball is going to be trouble, and this ball is going to be gone. A home run for Moribayashi. What a way for Japan to start the ball game. The third pitch of the game, and Moribayashi smokes it into the left field seats to give Samurai Japan an early 1-0 lead here against Chinese Taipei. Well, that didn't take long. So 1-0 here, as they have got the party started here in the first inning with a leadoff home run from Moribayashi. And you know, Moribayashi is not the type of player that hits a lot of home runs for his club team in Tohoku. This brings Toshiya Sato to the plate. Sato getting the start at first base, takes a breaking ball outside, and the count is 1-0. We said last night that teams that sometimes score a lot in the first inning potentially could go quiet. That almost happened to Japan last night. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down. Counts now 2-0. Sato, as we said, 3 for 7 in the tournament. He's got no homers and 3 RBIs. He gets the start at first base, but he is pretty much a regular behind the plate for the Chibalote Marines. So Samurai Japan off to a good start here, as there's a lot of smiles in the dugout. As Sosuke Genda and Ryoya Kurihara sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying the action tonight. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. But we will be back on the airwaves tomorrow, no matter who it is. But Japan has already punched their ticket. Fastball misses down, and that is going to be ball 4. So 4 straight balls to Sato. So the young lefty who is starting here for Chinese Taipei, he has thrown 7 pitches tonight. The only pitch that he threw for a strike has been deposited into the left field seats for an early 1-0 lead. And by the way, as we had commented, the fans in the stands for tonight's game, it's very, very busy here tonight on both the first, third base lines, left and right field lines. Something that we would have expected for more of the games in the tournament. And there's a fastball that comes inside, and it is hit Tatsumi. And so he is going to be bored. He couldn't get out of the way quick enough. So that's going to put runners at first and second with nobody out, and that's going to bring Shota Morishita to the plate. Well, if the starter here for Chinese Taipei can't get it together quickly, the ball club might get boat raced off this field pretty quick, and the pitching coach is making a slow journey out to the mound to talk to his starter. We're going to see what this has to develop here. I would think that, we're not sure, but they do have action already up in the bullpen as they have a right-hander throwing. If you remember last night, the Venezuelans wasted no time getting their starter Pinto out of the game after 6 batters. He was history, and then it became a pitching parade. I don't know if Chinese Taipei wants to get into that. So Morishita comes to the plate. He is 9 for 22 in the tournament. He's got a homer and 7 RBIs. He's got Sato at second and Tatsumi at first. Nobody gone here, and 1-0 for Samurai Japan already here in inning number 1. As the lefty checks that runner Sato at second, be surprised if Sato's going anywhere. As the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike and count as 0-1. I do have to say, too, that the umpiring for the most part in the tournament is pretty good. 27th and Bethany says it ends tomorrow. He's new to baseball. Do they have like the top 3? And how are the rankings? So we'll cover a little bit for you there as we go along. But thanks for joining us in the stream tonight. As there's a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count now goes to 1-1. So lots of questions. So first of all, the way it is working here is Japan is 2-0 right now. If they lose the game today, they'd be 2-1. They've punched their ticket to the final tomorrow already. As that breaking ball misses outside, it's now 2-1 to Morishita. As we mentioned, the other 3 teams, the United States, Venezuela, and Chinese Taipei, all would be at 1-2. And then the question is how does the tiebreaker work? I was reading through it before the game, and has to do with your offensive runs scored, innings played. As there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, the count now goes to 2-2. And so there has to be a little bit of math to figure out how that tiebreaker is going to work, because all of the head-to-heads against one another are basically cancel each other out. Everybody is beaten everybody else in that 3. As there's a breaking ball that misses down, it's now 3-2 to Morishita. So really in this game here, it doesn't really particularly matter how many runs that Chinese Taipei would give up, as much as how many runs they can score. Well, they put up 8 against the Americans, but they were shut out by the Venezuelans. There's a fastball that swung on. This ball is grounded past the third baseman into the left field corner, and that's going to get some more runs in. And kicking it around in the left field corner is the left fielder Seng, as he's had a hard time getting up, and they're going to get 2 runs here, as it is going to bring around all the way from first base Tatsumi, and it's now going to be a 3-0 lead. So we'll have to see if they're going to give him 2 RBIs to Morishita on that. It's definitely a double as he cruises into second, but the question is did Tatsumi come in on the air by the left fielders? We mentioned he ended up letting that ball get away from him, and just having that ball get away was enough to be able to wheel Tatsumi all the way around to score, and it is now a 3-0 lead here for Samurai Japan. And that is going to bring up the left fielder, Kaida Sano, as he bats with a runner at second and nobody out. And the first pitch on the way is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to Sano. Sano hitting .333 in the tournament. He's 7 for 21, no homers and a couple RBIs. As the left-hander gets the sign from his catcher, Dai, he works to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is popped up. It's going to reach the seats right behind home plate. Now the count goes even to 1-1 on Sano. So as I mentioned, that's how kind of the tournament would play out. If it's really simple, just win tonight if you're Chinese Taipei, and that takes you to tomorrow. Lose tonight, and then the mathematical gurus have to get together. Fastball down, a nice stop there by the catcher, Dai. And that is going to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. But I can guarantee you the Samurai Japan will not be rolling out the same team tomorrow night. And one would have to expect that there would probably be some changes in the lineups to whoever they would play. So 3 balls and no strikes. As the lefty delivers, there's a fastball swung on. It is chopped softly over to second. Fielded on the run by the second baseman, Yu. And he throws to first, and that is going to retire Sano. But advancing over to third is Morishita. So ground out 4-3 for out number 1, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Kotaro Kobayashi. But before that happens, the manager for Chinese Taipei is making a slow walk to the mound, or at least to the home plate umpire. And that looks like it is going to be the end of the night on only 18 pitches for Po Ching Chen. So the youngster's night is over. The pitching coach will take the ball from him. And we will be back in just a couple moments as this pitching change is taking place. 3 runs so far for Samurai Japan, as they have jumped out to an early lead. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for being here on the Last Drops Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. It is a first inning pitching change on back-to-back nights. Tonight it is Chinese Taipei going to the bullpen. It is going to be Ku Hao Chang coming in. He's worked 3 2/3 innings. He has an ERA of 2.45. He's got 5 strikeouts and 4 walks, as he is going to be the new starter here. Our friend TYN says, isn't the gold medal game already confirmed between Japan and Taiwan since USA beat Venezuela earlier today? As I mentioned, I don't know why that would be the case, because all 3 teams, let's assume Chinese Taipei loses today, they'd be 1-2. The United States would be 1-2, and Venezuela would be 1-2. So as far as I know right now, that hasn't been confirmed, but I've been looking at the World Baseball Softball Council website, and I don't see that as of yet. But that might be the case. You might be right. But as of right now, that's not what I am seeing at this particular point in time. So we'll have to wait to see how that all will play out eventually. As we said, it is a run differential that will determine that, and it's the offensive runs for. So certainly Chinese Taipei's 8-run uprising against the United States will bode well for them. Here comes the first pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on, and it is lifted into straightaway center field. Coming in to make the catch as the center fielder. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time, and Kotaro Kobayashi is going to get himself a sacrifice fly to drive in the 4th run of the inning, as that is going to bring home Shota Morishita with run at number 4. That'll then bring up the third baseman, Kentaro Kiyomiya. So 2 gone here in the inning. Nice job there by the center fielder with a good read. Chen really was able to get to the ball in time, but the throw was just a little bit offline. If it was to the third base side of home plate, they might have had a legitimate chance to be able to get the runner. As the pitch is on the way in, it is a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0 to Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya 2 for 11 in the tournament, no homers and no runs batted in. A 4-0 lead here now for Samurai Japan, as there is a breaking ball taken for a strike, and the count is 1-1 to Kiyomiya. Right-hander again delivers. There's a breaking ball that just misses low. Count is 2-1. I was starting to say about the umpiring in the last half inning that really in this tournament, I didn't know what to expect. For the most part, it's been pretty solid. There's been a couple of games in that, certainly down in Mexico, that there was some shakiness, but for the most part, anything that we witnessed, it's been some pretty solid umpiring here in the tournament, as that breaking ball is taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 2-2 on Kiyomiya. Sometimes when you get certain countries, and there's a German umpire I saw on this game as well, there's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into left field, moving over underneath it, and there to make the catch is Seng. And that is going to do it, as Kiyomiya is going to be retired for the third out of the inning. Well, the Samurai Japan does some damage, and major damage it was. They got 4 runs in the inning on the benefit of only 2 hits. There was no errors, well, not that we know of, at least unless they gave Seng one, and there was nobody left aboard. We'll get that checked to see if Seng did make the error. Your score after 1 complete inning, it is 4-0 for Japan. We'll be right back after a couple moments and give you all the action when we return. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
That's right, everybody. It is 4-0, and we'll be back in just a couple moments. We're going to introduce you to our good friend, Steve Rademacher. Had a chance to talk to him tonight. He's going to have a whole new stuff, a bunch of little infomercials for you in the new year. We're looking forward to that. We'll be right back after this, but this is about Steve.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the heart of the Chinese Taipei batting order to come to bat here against Japan in inning number 2. It's going to be Kunquan Gilgilja, and I apologize for that because it's a name that we've struggled with the last couple of days. Chi Kai Pan and Kun Yu Chang will come to bat here to face the lefty Hayakawa here in his second inning of work. Only 13 pitches in inning number 1 for the lefty, as Gilgilja comes to the plate, as he is hitting in the tournament .333s, 4 for 12. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. Takes a first pitch breaking ball down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Bats from the right side here against the left-handed throwing Hayakawa, who delivers a breaking ball down in the dirt, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Samurai Japan flexing their muscles in the first inning with that 4-run uprising. As the pitch on the way is a fastball swung on, popped up over on the first base side, and that is going to reach the seats. And the count now goes to 2-1. The designated hitter of Chinese Taipei. There was no error charged to Seng in left field. We were wondering if that would have been the case. So you can make a note of that if you're hanging along with us. No error charge to Seng. There's the breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-1. Giljagalja batting here as he gets a fastball and he swings at that and he lines it into left field, cutting it off before it gets to the wall. Nice play there by the left fielder Sano. They're going to hold Giljagalja to a long single as he has got the first hit here for Chinese Taipei, and that is going to bring up the first baseman Chikai Pan. So Pan coming to bat here. He's 9 for 23 in the tournament. He's got a homer and a couple RBIs. So Pan will bat with the runner at first. Chinese Taipei is going to have to try to keep this one close if they want a chance to be able to hang with Japan here. And there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Said that last night about Venezuela. You got to stop the bleeding, and you got to be able to find a way to hang around. And certainly Venezuela did. In fact, took the lead. But it was that 6-run sixth inning that blew the game apart. As there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right center field. Moving over underneath it is the center fielder Tatsumi. He's there to make the catch. And Pan is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. That is going to bring up Kunyu Chang to the plate. Friend TYN says the USA-Venezuela game was fantastic. I only watched probably about an inning of it. I saw at one point, I checked in, it was 2-0, and then it was 5-0 USA, and I went away from it for a while, got back, and it was 5-5 going to the ninth inning. As that is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and it's 1-0 to Chang. Of course, the Americans, Ryan Ward, having a heck of a tournament. Hit the home run to make it 6-5, and even the Venezuelans had a chance in the bottom of the ninth. 2 on, winning run at first base, and weren't able to cash it in. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and it's now 2-0 to Chang. Chang is 5 for 17 in the tournament. He's got a homer and 4 runs batted in, as the lefty Hayakawa holds to the set. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Hayakawa does have the propensity to walk a lot of batters. He can get on that type of, I don't want to say groove, but that type of pace where he just loses the command and control of his pitches, and he's done it here, as that is a fastball that misses inside. Chang is aboard with a walk. That is going to bring up the catcher, Pei Fong Dai. And this game here has got an eerie resemblance of yesterday's game against Venezuela. The Japanese had jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the game yesterday, only to have a 2-run homer shoved right back down their throats in the second inning. And here we are tonight, as they jumped out to an early 4-0 lead. Now the Chinese Taipei are threatening here with runners at first and second and only 1 out. And the catcher Dai coming to bat. Well, for Dai, he is one of the hotter hitters in the lineup. 4 for 7. He's got a homer and 1 RBI. But he has had limited duty in the tournament. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. So regardless of who plays tomorrow, we'll be back on the airwaves for that one. So if you're around, be sure to jump in here with us. Our friend Titus is in the house. Welcome, as he says hello from the land of the rising sun. As there's a breaking ball that is down and away, but it is swung on and missed by Dai. Count is 1-1. So runner at second is Giljagalja. The runner at first is Chang. It's a 1 ball and 1 strike pitch here, and the fastball misses down to Dai, and it's now 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. It looks like there's a lot of Chinese Taipei fans in attendance for this one. And as we said before, the countries geographically are pretty close. It's not like the Americans can just drive across the border or take a little hop, skip, and a jump flight to be somewhere. You got to go across the ocean, a good solid 10-hour flight from the West Coast to get to Japan if they wanted to go to see the action. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is hit to deep right field. This ball could be trouble. Back on the warning track, but there to make the catch is the right fielder, Isobata. Tagging at second and heading to third is Giljegelja. And that is going to be a long fly out. Dye did not miss that one by much, as he is going to be gone for the second out of the inning. That's going to put runners at the corners, and it's going to bring up the second baseman, Tunghua Yun. Or I should say Tunghua Yu. And for Yu, he is 2 for 9. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. As he got the start at second base tonight. So runners at the corners here with 2 gone. Hayakawa leans in and gets the sign from his catcher Koga as he works himself to the belt. Here comes the first offering. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. And I would think that the Japanese will probably do something similar to last night, where they might piggyback a couple of, I don't want to say starters, but maybe a couple of pitchers to go 4 innings each. And then all hands on deck for tomorrow, as there's a fastball that misses down and the count goes to 2-0. At least that is my early guess on how I think that they would manage their pitching staff here tonight. So 2 balls and no strikes. Hayakawa working to the set. 4-0 Japan leads it here, top of the second inning. Pitch. Breaking ball swung at and missed. Yeah, would have swung at. He doesn't swing at the pitch. It goes to 3-0. But instead, that pitch was way down in the dirt, and he pulled the trigger and was unable to hold up. Here comes the 2-1 offering. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count goes to 2-2. I have to say, though, if it is Chinese Taipei, and if it is Japan tomorrow, I would set up a fantastic ball game. A lot of, I'm sure, electric atmosphere. I think a lot of people would be, at least in Asia, would be really happy to see that. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to put Yu away for the third out of the inning. Well, they threatened us do Chinese Taipei, but they don't score. No runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is Samurai Japan 4, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in on the Last Wraps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Yuta Koga, Ryota Isobata, and the top of the order, Itsuki Moribayashi to come to bat here for Japan in the bottom half of the second inning. Koga 1-for-1 in the tournament. Takes a first pitch fastball upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Koga, no homers and 1 RBI to this point, as he bats from the right side against the right-hander, who kicks and fires. A breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. It is Kuhao Chang in the ball game, as he has come on to replace Po Ching Chen. Fastball swung on, and this is going to be lifted foul. And the count now is going to be 1-2 strikes to Koga. I would think that Koga would be the third option as the catcher. I would think that Sato possibly might even be a little further ahead in the depth charts behind Shogo Sakakura. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Koga goes in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Ryota Isobata. So for Isobata, he enters the fray tonight, 1-for-5 in the tournament. He has been used quite a bit as a pinch runner. He's got no homers and a couple RBIs, but he's getting the start in right field here tonight, as the first pitch is a fastball that misses inside, and the count is quickly 1-0. Morishita getting the night off from the fielding department, as he is the designated hitter for the game tonight. We would assume tomorrow would be Morishita back in the lineup. There is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. One thing I will say here, I do like the fact that the pitcher Chiang is working quickly. 1-1 on the way. There's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-2. I had started to say earlier about the different umpires from around and about, and there is a German umpire on the crew here tonight. So good to see that there are some different umpires from around the world that are being used here. As that fastball misses down, it's now 2-2. Home plate umpire is Ruben Ramos. Hun Qo is the first base umpire. Tim Martin Mayer, the German, is at second base, as that pitch is down in the dirt, and the count goes now full to Isobata, with Angel Campos working the third baseline. So that is the umpires. I'll be interested to see what the crew for tomorrow would shape up like, if it is the same crew and they're just rotating about. There's a breaking ball swung on, his chopped softly over to second, fielded on the run. They had to hurry to get Isobata, but a nice play there by Yu. And that is going to be a ground out, 4-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and it's going to bring up Itsuki Moribayashi. Well, Moribayashi got the party started in the first inning with a leadoff home run to begin the ball game. He is 1-for-7 now in the tournament. And the first pitch on the way is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Moribayashi is the starting shortstop these days for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, as the pitch on the way is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 0-2. A bit of a changing of the guard in the middle infield for the Japanese, as there's a fastball swung on it, is grounded past the shortstop into center field, and Moribayashi's got his second hit of the game. It is a 2-out single, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Toshiya Sato. I started to say a little bit about Moribayashi as the starting shortstop. And you think about it, Sosuke Genda and also Kotaro Kobayashi. I think that Genda's days as the starting shortstop are probably closer to the end than they are to the beginning. You think of other players like Hayato Sakamoto, who is now a little longer in the tooth. He's no longer playing every day at short. He's more the third baseman for the Giants. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. You think of some of the players that are playing these days in Japan, as the shortstop is a difficult position, as they throw over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner Moribayashi. Keep an eye on him here. It'd be a good time to be able to run. Get him into scoring position potentially. If not, then maybe you still have your 2-3-4 to come to bat to start the next inning. Pitch on the way to Sato is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd is into it as Japan has that early 4-0 lead. Right-hander again throws over to first base, and diving back in time safely is the runner Muribayashi. Reaching for the rosin bag. Cheng loads it up, and he's ready to go again. The runner Muribayashi, got to keep your eye on him. He's got 1 foot on the turf. That would have been a good pitch to run on. It was a breaking ball, but that missed outside. Count now goes to 2-1 on Sato. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the Japanese left-handed hitting first baseman. Again, Cheng checks the runner over at first. And he kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball swung on, and this is grounded up the middle for a base hit. That's going to get into center field. And stopping at second base is Muribayashi. So the Japanese have got something brewing here, again, with 2 out. On back-to-back singles from Muribayashi and Sato, and that's going to bring Ryosuke Tatsumi to the plate. And for Tatsumi, he is officially does not have it at bat. He has played appearance in the first inning. He was hit by the pitch to load or to put runners at first and second early on. So Muribayashi striding to the plate, or Tatsumi striding to the plate. Muribayashi at second, Sato the runner at first. I got to keep my head in the game here for you guys because it is late night here in North America as we are watching this one here and enjoying it along with you. So the right-hander Chang works to the side. He checks the runner and now delivers. Breaking ball misses down, and the count is 1-0. Tatsumi in the tournament is 7 for 24. He's got no homers and 3 RBIs. Right-hander against the left-hander. Chang ready to go again. He checks the runner at second. Now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul into the seats down the left field line. Count 1-1 now to Tatsumi. And I can understand in some ways keeping some of the regulars in the lineup because you want to keep their timing, or at least get them their timing or be able to see some of the stuff. But I thought it was a pretty good job to sit down Genda and Kurihara and Kuwahara. Give them a day off. No matter what, they're going to get a chance to play tomorrow. There's a fastball that misses inside. Count is now 2-1. They appealed over to the third base umpire, but they said that Tatsumi didn't go. And more than likely the right call on that one. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Tatsumi. As the right-hander checks the runner at second base. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball taken on the outside corner for called strike. And the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. Right-hander checks his side. He works himself again to the set position. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly over to first. He flips it to the pitcher covering, does the first baseman pan. And that is going to do it as Tatsumi's retired on a ground out 3-1 to end the inning. Well, no runs in the inning. The Japanese did get a couple of hits, no errors, and they left a couple aboard. We are now through 2 complete. Your score is Japan 4 and Chinese Taipei 1. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. This is our friend, Matt Hollis.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
That's right, everybody. That's our friend Matt. Be sure to check out his channel after the game. That is Another Hollis Build for all your entertaining needs. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be coming to bat the 9, 1, and 2 hitters for Chinese Taipei. That means it's going to be Chang, Chen, and Lin. So 9, 1, and 2 to come to bat here to face the left-hander Hayakawa. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. 33 pitches through the first 2 innings for the Japanese left-hander. As he kicks and delivers, there's a fastball that swung on and missed. And the count now goes even to 1-1. Chang in the tournament, 2 for 12, no homers and a couple RBIs. Pitch on the way, fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lefty Hayakawa wasting no time, delivers a fastball that's taken for a called third strike. Chang stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 1. And that's going to be the 3rd strikeout recorded by Hayakawa here tonight. And that'll bring up the top of the order in Chen Wei Chen. Our fellow North Americans will be starting the early morning wake up, as it is going to be 6 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock on the East Coast. There's a slow breaking ball that floats inside at 75 miles an hour. The count is quickly 1-0 to Chen. Chen grounded to second his first time up, as the lefty Hayakawa delivers a breaking ball that misses down, but the home plate umpire says that he went around on it. We'll have to get a look at that one ourselves, but boy, that pitch was way down and hardly looked like he offered, but 1-1 it is. Here's the pitch. Another fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Hayakawa wasting little time. Gets the ball, and he really goes. Fastball swung on it, is chopped right back to the pitcher. Hayakawa fields it. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Chen here on a ground out 1-3. So 2 up and 2 away quickly here in the 3rd inning, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Li Lin. Well, for Lin, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up. On the tournament, he is 7 for 27. He's got a homer and 6 runs driven in, and now the home plate umpire has asked for time. He's asked for time, but it's a pitch violation to the pitcher Hayakawa. Looks like he has taken too much time. So add a ball to the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Bit strange, as I said on that. That was rather quick. So I'm not sure exactly at what point they would have started the clock, but it seemed a little bit quick because Hayakawa has wasted no time. He works fairly quickly. Fastball misses upstairs. It's now 3-0 to Lin. Again, the lefty kicks and delivers. Another fastball upstairs. It's going to be ball 4, and that's going to be the 2nd free pass he's issued here tonight. That is going to bring up the left fielder, Song En Seng. And it's also going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout. Or is this the manager who is coming out of the dugout? He's calling for Sando to come out as well. Nope, this is Yoshimi, who is the pitching coach. He's come out to have a conference here on the mound. It was a quick discussion. As the lefty is left to his demise. So runners at first base is Lee Lin. There is 2 gone here in the 3rd inning, and they got to face Song and Seng. Seng 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to short his first time up. 3 for 15 in the tournament, batting .200. He's got no homers and a couple RBIs. As the lefty kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on, and it's fouled straight back, and the count is 0-1 to Seng. I'm sure that conversation had more to do with where they're at in the order and how they want to attack the hitter. Let's get rid of this guy. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes to 0-2. As I said, I'd be curious to see the length of how long Hayakawa is going to be around here tonight. On top of it, Samurai Japan has not announced a starter yet for tomorrow, as there's a fastball missing inside. It's now 1-2, and I wouldn't bat an eye. It's the Giants' Soshi Togo who would take to the hill. I would have to expect that is who Samurai Japan will be leaning on tomorrow. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field. This ball is going to get trouble. It's going to get down, and it's off the wall. Fielding it is Tatsumi, rounding third and heading home. And the throw to the plate is going to be offline. And Chinese Taipei, with a double from Sun and Seng, is going to get a run back here as Lee Lin scores all the way from first base. So all the damage coming here with 2 out. A walk to Lin and a double by Seng, and it is now a 4-1 ball game. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Kung Kwan Jilgilgija. I hope I say that correctly every time I say it. There's no intent delivered. As we said, it is a difficult name for us to enunciate. And so for the Jigelzhua, he has swung at a first pitch fastball, and he's in the hole at 0-1. He singled to lead off the 2nd inning. He is hitting .385 in the tournament with a homer and 4 RBIs. His hit gives him 5 for 13 now, as he has been pretty good. Here comes the offering from the lefty. There is a slow breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. 4-1 is the score, as Chinese Taipei have scratched a run back here in the 3rd inning. Lefty holds set. Now time has been called. As our friend TYN said the other day, hasn't the gold medal game be confirmed yet? And as we had mentioned that we hadn't seen anything yet indicating that on the World Baseball Softball Council site. It's not to say that that won't be the case. One would have to think that there'll be a little of that there. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-2. The early game tomorrow will be the 3rd and 4th place game. And then, of course, the championship game will go at the same time as it is here tonight. There's a breaking ball missing down, and count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the lefty Hayakawa leaning and getting his sign as he works himself set. And here comes the pitch. As he kicks and delivers, there's a fastball that misses inside. The count now runs full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Left-hander Hayakawa working to the set. Here comes the pitch. As he kicks and fires, it's a fastball that misses way outside, and that's going to be ball 4. It's the 2nd walk of the inning. The 3rd walk he has issued here in as many innings. That's going to put runners at first and second. It is going to bring Chi Kai Pan to the plate. And for Pan, he did some serious damage against the United States in the early part of the Super Round, as he had himself a home run. Pan here, 9 for 24 in the tournament. He's got a homer and a couple RBIs. The trip to the mound by the catcher this time to have a word with his pitcher is now over. So the tying run comes to the plate here in the third inning. Pan getting the start at first base here tonight. As the lefty Hayakawa ready to go back to work again. The runner at second is Sang. Runner at first is Giljilgaja. And the pitch on the way is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Pan did fly out to center his first time tonight, as he is 0 for 1. Again, the lefty Hayakawa getting his sign, and he works himself to the belt. Checks the runner at second. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball waved at and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. I have to say, Pan was way out in front of that one. He looked pretty sick on that one. So no balls, 2 strikes it is, as the lefty leans in, gets the sign from his catcher. And here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and tapped foul over on the first base side of home plate. The battle will continue. No balls and 2 strikes it is here to Pan. As we mentioned, the run differentials is where they will do the tiebreakers in the event that Chinese Taipei is going to end up on the short end of the stick in this game. If they finish 1 and 2, then it goes to that. And I haven't really looked at all the scores. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Breaking ball misses down, and the count is a 1 ball and 2 strikes. So excluding the ball game that is going on here in front of our eyes, as we mentioned, the game yesterday, and you'd have to take a look, and you have to take into account not just the runs scored, I believe, against each other. I think it would also be the runs scored that Japan is going to tag on you as well in this series. But I don't think that even has anything to do with it either. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to the right side. Fielded by Murray Biashi. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Pan on a ground out 4-3. He's gone for the third out of the inning. We'll try to do a little bit of detective work and see exactly how that is going to shape up for the tiebreaker when we return after this. 1 run in the inning. There was 1 hit. There was no errors and 2 runners left to board. You score as we move to the bottom of the third. It is 4-1 for Japan. Stick around. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We'll try not to stumble over our words. Hopefully we get all the pronunciations right tonight. We'll be right back after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Right back in just a few.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Shota Morishita coming to bat here as he takes a first pitch breaking ball inside for ball one. It'll be Morishita, Sano, and Kobayashi here in inning number 3, as there is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count runs even at 1-1. Morishita doubled home a pair of runs in the first inning and also scored a run himself as there's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving over to his left a little bit and making the catch is Chen. And that is going to retire Morishita for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Kaida Sano. Well, for Sano, he is 7 for 22 in the tournament. No homers and a couple RBIs. As we mentioned, he would be one of the other players I would consider a regular with Morishita and Tatsumi. He takes a first pitch fastball that is for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. The reliever Cheng delivers. There's a fastball that just misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Sano is a Yokohama DNA base star, as of course they won the Japan series a couple of weeks back, or a few weeks back now, I guess. Breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. Or at least at the beginning of the month. So he has played a lot of baseball and has continued to play a lot more here into the month of November. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. As the right-hander delivers, it's a fastball swung on. Oh, what a great diving stop by the shortstop. But unfortunately, unable to come up with the ball to be able to finish the play. A great diving stop to the 6-hole side by Chang. Absolutely laid out. If he could have got up and made that play, that would have been a highlight reel on any game, but a great effort nonetheless. It just went off the tip of his glove. That's going to be an infield single here for Sano. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Kentaro Kobayashi. Well, for Kobayashi, he is, in his only plate appearance, he had a sacrifice fly to center field. His first time up as the right-hander holds to the set. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. Kobayashi in the tournament is 5 for 16. He's batting .313. He's got no homers and 5 runs driven in. The starting shortstop for the Oryx Buffaloes, the only Buffalo offensive player that is in the lineup here for this series. Pitch on the way. There is a fastball that misses. Surprised they didn't appeal down the first base on that one because I thought Kobayashi might have went around. But no such luck there. It's going to even the count at a ball and a strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As the right-hander checks the runner over at first, he works himself to the set. And here comes the pitch. Instead, they throw over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner Sano. So 1 gone here, runner at first. Kentaro Kobayashi batting here as the Japanese are enjoying a 4-1 lead. All of their runs came in the bottom half of inning number 1. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. The count is now 0-2, and all of the runs were charged to the starter, Po Ching Chen. So Kuhao Chang has come into the ball game, and he has been more than effective. Pitching very well here so far. As he shakes off the sign from his catcher, and now he works himself to the set position. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander Chang ready to go again. He looks over at first to check that runner Sano, and here comes the 2-2. Pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Kobayashi's in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. That'll be the second strikeout on the night recorded by Chang. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Kentaro Kiyomiya. I have to say, just thinking about Chang there, coming into that situation in the first inning where he had runners at second and third, with one gone, and he was able to induce the final 2 outs. Pretty good high leverage situation early in the ball game, and now he's got to step off the rubber as Kentaro Kiyomiya has stepped out of the batter's box. Kiyomiya, 2 for 12 in the tournament. He's got no homers, no RBIs. The Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighter getting the nod here in this one tonight, as they throw over to first, and diving back in time as the base runner. You got to keep your eye on the runner Sano over there. He can run a little bit. He's got 1 stolen base in the tournament. Kiyomiya, we do see him sometimes at third base, see him sometimes at first base for Hokkaido. He is right up at the top of their batting order, and there's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. When you look at this team from Samurai Japan, I find it interesting. Kobayashi did not get a lot of love in the batting order, at least this year, from the Buffaloes, as he had hit down in the order. Kiyomiya, who's a top 3 hitter in the batting order, at least usually 2 or 3. Here he is down in the batting order behind Kobayashi as that breaking ball misses outside. It's now 1-1. But sometimes just the way that they play is a little different, as the pitch is a fastball that misses inside, and now the count goes to 2-1. What I mean by that, too, is a lot of the Japanese teams, especially during the regular season, just like here tonight, you don't get the starting lineup till about an hour or so before the game. Sometimes it's 45 minutes or half hour. The managers in Japan will watch the batting practice, see how the players are swinging, and make their lineup on that basis. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. Again, the right-hander shaking his catcher off. He checks that runner over at first. And the 2-2 pitch coming to Kiyomiya. Breaking ball swung on, lifted into right field. Coming hard and making the catch is the right fielder, Lee Lin. Oh, boy, right off his shoe tops, and that is going to do it, as Kiyomiya is going to feel a bit snake-bitten on that one. He's gone for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here in the 3rd. There was no runs. There was a hit. There was no errors. And there was 1 runner left aboard. We are now through the first third of this ball game, and your score is Japan 4 and Chinese Taipei 1. Hang out with us, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for being here and listening to us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Right back after this from our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back to everybody. It is going to be Kunyu Chang, Pei Fong Dai, and Tung Hua Ye to come to bat here in inning number 4. As Chang officially does not have an at-bat tonight. He walked his first time up. And he takes a fastball inside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. The starter, Hayakawa, has had some command issues. 3 walks through the first 3 innings. There's a fastball swung on it, is drilled foul down the left field line, and the count is even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The lefty again delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It's now 2-1. 59 pitches through the 3 innings for Hayakawa as he delivers a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Chiang. Chinese Taipei needs some base runners, and they need to be able to keep chipping away at this lead that the Japanese have. As there's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into right field, moving over underneath it, and there to make the catch is the right fielder Isobata. And Chiang is going to be retired for the first out of the innings, so 1 up and 1 away. It'll bring up the catcher, Peifong Dai. Well, for Dai, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He has flown to right field, his only trip to the plate. As he bats from the left side here against the right-handed throwing left-handed throwing Hayakawa. It's one of those nights. I think I should almost go and grab myself a cold beverage put out by the Asahi Brewery, but it wouldn't be the ones that most of us would be thinking about. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Dai. Dai 4 for 8 in the tournament with a homer and an RBI. As the pitch is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Again, the lefty Hayakawa delivers. Fastball swung on. This is popped up over on the right side. It's in foul territory, but moving over underneath it is Sato. He's got plenty of room to make the catch, and he does, and that's going to retire Dai for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Tung Hua Ye. As Ye comes to the plate, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up. His average has slipped to an even 200. He's 2 for 10 in the tournament. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Lefty again kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Count is even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike as the lefty Hayakawa delivers again. There's a fastball swung on it. It is lined into straightaway center field. Tatsumi backs up a couple of steps, and he's there to make the catch. And that is going to do it as Chinese Taipei go in order here in inning number 4. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now moving to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your score is Samurai Japan 4, Chinese Taipei 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Whether you listen live or on delay, always great to have you here with us. We'll be right back after this.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game, really exciting, lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
That is our friend Steve Rademacher. We'll be back in 30 with all the action. Hang tight, everybody. We might be going to the fridge to join him. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the bottom of inning number 4 at the Tokyo Dome. It'll be Yuta Koga, Ryona Isobata, and the top of the order, it's Suki Moribayashi to come to bat here. We're just getting confirmation if it is still going to be the same pitcher for Chinese Taipei or if it is going to be a new one. We'll just have to wait and see here in a moment. It does look like it is Chunlin Koo who is coming in, a new pitcher, as he will be taking over. A nice job there by Chang, who had come in to steady the ship. So Chunlin Koo on in relief here. And it also looks like we have a new center fielder as well. We'll have to get you that here in just a moment. So the first pitch delivered has swung on. It is hit to deep right field, moving back onto the warning track, and there to make the catch is the right fielder, Lin. But Yuta Koga, who was leading it off here, hit that ball a long way. He is going to be retired for the first out. So 1 pitch and 1 away. It's the way to enter the ball game for the right-hander Koo. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Ryota Isobata. And the first pitch to Isobata, fastball that misses for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Isobata 0 for 1 tonight, 1 for 6 in the tournament. But the reason he is here is because of his legs. There's a fastball swung on it, is hit into deep center field. Moving back and underneath it to make the catch is Chi-Cheng Chu. That is going to retire Isobata for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs. So it is a defensive substitution. In the center field position for Chinese Taipei. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Itsuki Moribayashi. Moribayashi is 2 for 2 today. He's got a home run and a single in 2 trips. As the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses in, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. Moribayashi. The starter for Chinese Taipei, Po Ching-chen, charged with all 4 runs in the first inning. Breaking ball misses down, but Moribayashi unable to hold up, and he is going to go down on strikes. That's going to be a very quick 1-2-3 inning here for Samurai Japan. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board as they go in order. We are now through 4 complete. Your score is Samurai Japan 4 and Chinese Taipei 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few right after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
That's right, everybody. We'll be back right after this in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging out here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat here for Chinese Taipei in the top of the 5th inning. This game really has settled down after the 4-run outburst in the first by Samurai Japan. Coming to bat will be Chang, Chu, and Lin here. as the left-hander Hayakawa on for his fifth inning of work has just completed his warm-up tosses. And we'll be ready to resume the action. 70 pitches for the left-hander here as he moves into the fifth inning. I would have to think that his night will be over after the fifth. I'd be shocked if they let him continue to go, but you never know. Cheng-Yu Chang batting here. And what do we have here? Home plate umpire is up and signaling again. I wonder if we have another pitch count violation. The first pitch here on the way is a fastball that misses up and away. Count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Chang. No pitch count as of yet, as that breaking ball misses down and the count's 2-0. Sometimes when they come back from break, they have to speed it up a little. There's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the first base side. Coming over after it is the first baseman Sato, but he's going to watch it drift into the seats, and that runs the count to 2-1. Sometimes when they come back from commercial break, the home plate umpire will, even though the pitchers are done, they're throwing and we're ready to go, they will stand out in front of the plate until they get the thumbs up from the game production folks. As there's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-2. Or check that 3-1. We missed our little spot there. So 3 balls and 1 strike as the left-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. Now it's 3-2. Now we can finish coloring in that other little strike. But I was saying about the umpires in particular here, they'll hold up the game until that they're ready to go, or at least the commercials are ready to come back. Fastball misses upstairs, and they appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say that he didn't go, and Chang is going to get himself a base on balls. Yet another walk issued here by Hayakawa, his 4th tonight. And that is going to bring up the top of the order in Cheng-Chin Chu, who will make his first appearance here. So Chu came on as a defensive replacement. He's hitting $125 in the tournament. No homers and no RBIs. Bats from the left side against Hayakawa. And the first pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. My only thought on this is that if they are able to get through to tomorrow, that giving Chu the night off here, the rest of the night off, might be in the cards. 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Again, the left-hander holds to the set. And the 1-1 on the way. It's a breaking ball missing inside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Again, Hayakawa ready to go as he delivers his 80th pitch of the night. Fastball swung on and missed, and now the count's even at 2-2. I was guessing that this would be his last inning. I wonder if he'll even get through the inning. Guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on, tap foul over on the first base side. Count remains at 2-2 to Chu. I have to say I haven't seen Chu before, but he is got a pretty solid package. You look at him, he's got a pretty strong lower half. So here's the 2-2 pitch again. Fastball misses upstairs. It's now 3-2 to Chu. Okay, Cal walked the first batter of the inning, and he's in jeopardy of losing Chu here as well, as he's battled him back to a full count. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. Okay, Cal holds to the set. And the 3-2 on the way. There is a breaking ball that misses down and away. It's going to be ball 4 for yet another walk. That's the 5th free pass on our books issued tonight here by Hayakawa. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Lee Lin. So don't fall asleep yet. But But not only is it going to bring Lee Lin to the plate, it's going to bring Kobayashi and Moribayashi. Well, there's nobody up and throwing in the Japan bullpen. Wonder how many pitches they're going to let Hayakawa roll to here. Not even a sniff. As we said, Japan's already in, so one would have to think you're going to try to want to save as many arms as you possibly can. And even guys you bring in relief, probably not going to blow those guys apart. So Lin steps to the bat, hitting .259. He has himself a homer and 6 RBIs. He has walked and scored a run and struck out in this ball game tonight. As the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Lin. The game could have a whole different complexion with one swing of the bat. Lefty holds set, checks the runner at second. Nobody out as Chinese Taipei are threatening. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into the seats deep down the right field line. The count now is 0-2. So a little surprising here, at least in my eyes, that with the amount of small ball that the Asians play, why that Lin wouldn't be bunting to move the runners into scoring position, or if that's not the style of Chinese Taipei. I would expect it from Korea. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, and it's going to be lifted foul into a similar section down the right field line. Count remains at 1-2 or 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. That would have been my best guess anyway, at least thinking about how that would shape up. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and tap foul over on the third base side. Count remains 0-2 to Lin. As we said, pretty good attendance for this one here at the Tokyo Dome tonight, where the left field seats were, and the upper deck for that matter, were a bit vacant. Not so tonight. Fastball that misses upstairs. That's going to run the count to 1-2 on Lin. So Hayakawa struggling here with his command tonight. 5 walks in 5 innings. He's only allowed 2 hits to this point. And the Japanese are very, very lucky that Chinese Taipei has not made them pay. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and it's now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waggling the bat is Lin. Lefty leans in again and gets his sign. The 2-2 ready to come. And now the pitch on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle past the diving shortstop into center field. Rounding third and heading home. And that ball is going to get cut off. And they've cut the lead in half. An RBI single here by Lin. That's going to bring home the runner Chang from second base. It is now a 4-2 ball game. And that is going to bring up the left fielder, Song Eng Seng. Well, for Chinese Taipei, that first inning looked like it was going to be a disaster, and it sure was. But they have been able to hang around here, and they've cut the lead to 4-2, so they've got something brewing here. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. So the pitcher, Hayakawa, has been tagged for a second run, and he is still in a bit of trouble here. 90 pitches for the left-hander so far here tonight. He just really doesn't have the command and control that we would expect from the lefty. So up steps Song En Seng. Seng tonight is officially 1 for 2. He's got a double and an RBI, and he has grounded out. And he takes the first pitch down and in for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Other thing is pitching from behind here for Hayakawa is going to be a bit of an issue tonight. falling behind in the counts. If Chinese Taipei can catch up here, they'll be able to put some good swings on pitches. There's a fastball swung on. This ball's belted foul down the left field line. Speaking of good swings, Singh's got to straighten that one out. The ball was just hooked foul, not by much. You can see the big fella here. He knew it. He was right on that pitch. So here we go. 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-hander against the right-hander. Hayakawa gets his sign. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. And the catcher flashing the signs to his pitcher here. Pitch number 4 on the ball game. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count now goes even at 2s. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Singh. Waiting on deck is the designated hitter, Gilja. As the lefty Hayakawa works himself again to the set position. He checks the runner. 2-2 on the way. Fastball misses under the hands, and the count now goes to 3-2. So I wonder now if they've got any action in the Japanese bullpen. Hayakawa was starting this inning after the first walk. There was nobody up and throwing, but we even haven't had a visitation as of yet. But he has not retired a batter here yet. Here comes the 3-2. Fastball misses down and in. It's going to be ball 4. And that is going to be the 6th walk issued tonight by Hayakawa. Advancing to third is Chu. Over to second is Lin. Korea has the bases loaded, and it's going to bring the designated hitter, Kangkwan Gilja, to the plate. And now there's action in the Japanese bullpen. They got couple of guys that are throwing. We'll get you the numbers. Looks like it was 53 and 57 for Japan. And by our calculations, that's what it looked like. I don't know if they have anybody on their roster of those 2 numbers. 57 is Koki Kitayama. 53, there's nobody, so maybe we got the 53 part wrong. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in. Count is 1-0. Gilja, he on the night tonight is 1 for 1 and a walk. He had himself a home run last night, or a couple of nights ago, but nothing really exciting there. There's a fastball that misses in, and Hayakawa can't believe it. He's now behind in the count at 2-0. I don't think you can get that bullpen moving any quicker if you're Samurai Japan. So 2 balls and no strikes. We're here on the top of the 5th inning. Bases are full. Fastball misses way upstairs, and now the count goes to 3-0. I've seen this before from the left-hander from Tohoku. He will go in these phases where it's like he can't throw a strike. All of a sudden suffering from Steve Blass syndrome or Chuck Knobloch disease. End of the day, it's like he's got the yips all over the place. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and in, and it's going to be ball 4. That's going to be a bases-loaded walk. That's going to cut the lead to 4-3. And it's going to be an RBI here, as it's going to bring home Chu for the 3rd run of the ball game, and they're still not out of the woods yet as the bases are loaded here for Chinese Taipei with nobody out, and it's going to bring Chikai Pan to the plate. But let's see what's going to happen here, as that looks like it is going to be the end of the night for Hayakawa. The walk festival is finally, potentially over for Samurai Japan. It'll be Chikai Pan coming to bat when we return, and we'll see what the relief pitcher is going to look like. We'll be right back in just a few, but the Japanese here having trouble throwing strikes here tonight. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rodmacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman. And why not a Jake Cronenworth? Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool. To go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the reliever Tatsuya Shimizu who is coming on here in a very difficult situation. The bases are loaded for Chinese Taipei. They have nobody out here in the fifth inning as they have cut the lead to 4-3. And right now it looks like they have no answer, does Japan, as of yet. So the answer, hopefully for them, will be Shimizu as he is coming on here to hit. So the inning here, it's been a walk, a single, and 2 more walks. So 4 walks issued here in the 5th inning by Hayakawa as the wheels were falling off the apple cart. And as we said in this ball game here tonight, he has issued 7 walks in his 4+ innings of work. Not good enough. And then you couple that with 3 base hits. Really, the offense, the pitcher is getting the offense kickstarted because the offense hasn't done it themselves. So that is going to bring the first baseman, Chike Pan, to the plate. Pan batting a cool 360 in the tournament. He's 0 for 2 tonight. So he's now 9 for 25. Bases full of Chinese Taipei base runners as the right-hander Shimizu ready to go here. And here comes the first pitch to Pan. Kicks and delivers. Fastball that is spiked in the dirt. Nice job there by Koga to block it. So 1 ball and no strikes. As I said, when we watch the NPB games and we see Hayakawa pitch in the past, that is not an uncommon characteristic of the left-hander. Battling some control issues. So here comes the pitch. 1-0 on the way. Fastball misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. It's almost like the Japanese have forgotten how to throw strikes here in the 5th inning. So 2 balls and no strikes as Pan waits in. We'll see if he gets the green light here. 2-0. Here comes the offering from the right-hander, who kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded right back to the pitcher. They go home for 1. They go to first, and it's going to be a double play. Oh, he hit it right back. That's about the worst thing you could do, other than maybe line into a double play or maybe more. But that is going to go into as a double play. It is going to be 1-2-3, as that will retire Pan for the second out. The first out retired at the plate was Lin. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Kunyu Chang. And for Chang, well, he is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He walked in the 2nd inning and flew out to right back in inning number 4. So the right-hander holds himself to the set position. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. The count is 1-0 to Chang. Chang 0 for 1, as we said, flew up to right field his last time up. Was able to draw a walk in the 2nd inning, but he was stranded at first base. And the pitch on the way. Fastball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Japan trying to wiggle themselves out of this jam. It was a potential disaster looming. Taipei already with a crooked number on the board here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball that's taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1 on Chiang. But a leadoff walk to Chengyu Chang, a walk to Chin Cheng Chu, and then a RBI single off the battle in, a walk to Song En Xiang. As there's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. It's now 2-2. But then it was a walk to Xiang and a walk to Giljilgaja that brought home the third run. And it is 4-3 Japan here with a 2-2 count to Chiang. And the pitch is on the way. Breaking ball swung on and tapped foul over on the third base side. The count is now 2-2. Just as a reminder, at the end of the fifth inning, it is what they call the Japanese halftime. That is where we like to call our Japanese halftime. It's where they take the 5-minute extended break in between the fifth and the sixth inning. It allows us to get a drink, stretch our legs, make a phone call, whatever it is we got to do, and get you back to the live action after that. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side. The count will remain at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chiang. As the right-hander Shimizu ready to go back at it again. He holds to the set. He checks the runners. And now he delivers. Breaking ball down, but the home plate umpire said that he went around, and I agree. And that is going to retire Chiang. If he would have held up, it would have been ball 3, but instead he is retired. 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of only 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 2 runners left aboard. The score as we move to the bottom half of the fifth inning, it is Japan 4 and Chinese Taipei 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight. And here is our friend Steve Rademacher with the entertaining pack opening.
Hello, kids. Steve coming back at you for a Big Bang Theory commercial timeout from Freddie. Good game calling there, Freddie. Always love listening to you. You never cease to amaze me. But let's see what we get from the cards really quick. We have Wallowitz. Hey, we have Sheldon Cooper. We have a foil card. Nice. Hey, look, it's Leonard. Another Sheldon Cooper. Hey, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoy the game. And Freddie, let's big bang this thing out of here.
Welcome back, everybody. Due up for Samurai Japan here in the fifth inning. It'll be Toshiya Sato, Ryosuke Tatsumi, and Shota Morishita. As that is who we have here. We're just taking a look to see if Chinese Taipei is going to continue to make some changes. And it does look like they are not as of at this point. As Ku is still here. Home plate umpire had just stepped out because he had wanted to signal that the play could begin. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. As we mentioned, it's 2 minutes and 25 seconds in between innings and 5 minutes in between the fifth and the sixth innings. As there is a split finger pitch swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. That is how they work it. So no balls and 2 strikes. There's a fastball swung on, grounded over to second. He fields it on a hop. He knocks it down in front. Throws to first, and that is going to retire Sato. It's a ground out 4-3. So one in the books, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. And for Tatsumi, he is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He is grounded to first. He's also been hit by a pitch and scored a run. As the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. As we mentioned, we'll be back on the airwaves tomorrow for the finals. It'll be Japan versus, to be announced, as that fastball misses down, and the count is now 2-0. Although if Chinese Taipei wins here outright tonight, they will finish in second place. As we mentioned, there is some tie-breaking rules. As there's a fastball swung on and chop foul over on the first base side. It's now 2-1. When we look at some of the rules or the event info, it kind of tells you what to actually expect from the tournament regulations. As the right-hander works to the belt, and the pitch is a fastball that misses outside. Count is now 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Tatsumi. Right-hander delivers again. There is a fastball that misses inside. It's going to be ball 4. Tatsumi's going to get himself a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Shota Morishita. I was talking a little bit about the rules, or at least the tie-breaking system. As we had pulled it up, they give examples of the tiebreakers and then how that would work. And it would be, depending on the number of innings, is going to be key. And it's the offensive run innings, and then they have a whole calculation on how that would work out. The first pitch to Morishita is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Actually, it's Shugo Maki who has come in to pinch hit for Morishita. I wondered if this was going to happen, if they were going to maybe split time. So Shugo Maki batting here in the replacement of Morishita, who had a couple of the RBIs in the first inning. Pitch on the way, fastball swung on and fouled straight back. And I have to say, that's probably wise decision from the Japanese manager to try to get some of these players in the ballgame. I'm curious to see if Tatsumi stays in the ballgame. Maybe they bring Kuwahara in to play either center field or left field and replace Tatsumi to at least get some live at-bats. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. On its way, breaking ball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Shugo Maki. Maki was a hero in last night's game. He hit the grand slam in the 6th inning to blow that game up against Venezuela as he waits here on the 2-1 pitch, but instead they throw over to first base. Kenta Maeda, 18, says, so what's the point of this game? It's a round-robin portion of the tournament. And as I mentioned here, the final game here between Japan and Chinese Taipei, as that fastball swung on and hit foul down the third baseline, the count is 2-2. The other reason is that if Japan doesn't really have, it doesn't mean anything for them. And as I said, the tiebreakers are the offensive runs scored. If Chinese Taipei has achieved that task, then they would be in the finals tomorrow. But end of the day, what it also is you got to use your pitching. And hopefully they don't have to burn anybody that they would plan to use in tomorrow's game. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. If this ball stays fair, it's going to be trouble. And this ball is going to be... Where is it going to go? Is that going to be gone? Going to look at this one here. Shugo Maki absolutely obliterated. Did it hit the ceiling? No, it just is going to hook foul of the foul pole. So Kenta says, so they're playing their B teams right now. Yeah, well, they had to play this game regardless, so they had to do it whether or not it had to be there. So a lot of a lot of the players are resting some of their guys, or at least some of the starters in the tournament. That pitch was just hooked foul by Maki as they throw over to first base, and diving back in time is Tatsumi. Still got to finish the round robin portion, and as I say, the other thing you also have to factor in is you got to play the game, even though it may not necessarily mean a whole lot for Japan at this point, as there's a breaking ball swung on, grounded up the middle. They go to second for one, back to first, not in time. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Maki was able to beat it out. That's going to go in the books as a fielder's choice, 6-4 for the second out of the inning. Maki will be safe, and it's going to bring Kaita Sando to the plate. You also have another situation where you could get some guys that could potentially be injured. I think at Tatsumi tonight, getting hit by the pitch. What happens if he ended up getting injured in this game and misses tomorrow's game? Now, mind you, they have other players that can play, but you're taking out your starting center fielder. That's a big loss. I think I would rather have Tatsumi than Isobata roaming center field for me for Team Japan. And the pitch on the way, it is a first pitch. Fastball swung on it. It is hooked foul down the right field line, well into the seats. Sano turned on that one, but he is now behind the count at 0-1. So Kenta Maeda says, thanks so much. Yeah, those are some of the reasons why. And as I say, because it's a round robin in this super round too, that you look at it and you say, well, why do we got to play this, especially from Japan's standpoint? They don't have to play anybody. They don't want to get anybody particularly hurt. As I mentioned earlier, I said maybe you get Kuwahara in a bat or two at the end of the game. He needs to find a way to get going. Fastball misses upstairs. The count goes to 1-1. And if the three regulars that, at least in my eyes, in the lineup, Tatsumi, Morishita, and Sano, I would only give them maybe half the game and then split it with three other regulars as they throw over to first base and diving back in time as the base runner. So obviously Shugo Maki coming in to replace Morishita. He's going to get at least another at bat here. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Sano. There is 2 gone here in the inning, as the right-hander Ku works himself to the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, chopped up the middle. It's going to get into center field for a base hit, and that's going to be the second hit of the game here for Sano. So Samurai Japan trying to get something going here with 2 gone. Shugomaki will stop at second. That is going to bring the shortstop Kotaro Kobayashi to the plate. And for Kobayashi, he's officially 0-1. He has struck out his last time up, but he had a sacrifice fly to center field, driving in the 4th run of the ball game, as they have the Chinese Taipei is out on the mound. Currently, Samurai Japan has a 26-game win streak. I think it's 26, or has it gone to 27 with the win last night? They have not lost an international match in that many games. So I guess if there's a time to lose it, it would be this one here tonight. And restart that streak tomorrow, if you're a fan of Japan. Right-hander leans in, gets the sign from his catcher, Dai. He works to the set. He checks Maki at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball comes inside. Did it hit Kobayashi? Almost did. Spun him away. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, where you've got potential. If you got the guys who are starting in this game, you want to be in the lineup tomorrow and somebody gets plugged with a pitch, they're not going to be really happy about that. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Some guys will recover faster from hit pitches. Some guys will be a little slower to recover. So 2 balls and no strikes. Kobayashi waiting here on the offering from the right-hander, who gets his sign from the catcher, Dai. Checks Mackey back at second. Checks him again. Now the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. It's now 3-0. Waiting on deck is Kentaro Kiyomiya. When your team puts up a couple of runs in an inning, it's the job of the pitcher really to come out and to slam the door in the next half inning. Close the door, try to seal the deal. Again, the right-hander working himself to the set position. And the 3-0 offering on the way. Fastball is center cut. Take it for a called strike. It's now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. This ball game here is the last game of the Super Round, and the final goes off tomorrow, less than 24 hours. And the 3-1 on the way. Split finger pitch swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 3-2. We'd expect a large crowd in for tomorrow's affair. One would have to think, no matter who it is, it should be a lot of excitement in a one-game showdown. As I said, I expect Soshi Togo to be on the mound for Japan, pitching in his home park in front of the stands here at the Tokyo Dome. 3-2 on the way. Fastball misses down and away. The pitcher, Koo, came off the mound as if it was going to be strike 3, but instead it's ball 4. That is going to load the bases, and it's going to bring Kentaro Kiyomiya to the plate. So 2 gone here. Kiyomiya coming to the plate with the bases loaded. The pitcher for Chinese Taipei, not overly impressed with that last call. So here we go. Here comes Kiyomiya to the plate. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown to left and flown to right. And just a reminder, at the end of this half inning, we'll take our timeout as it is a 5-minute break between innings, between inning number 5 and inning number 6. So Kiyomiya waggling the bat. Here comes the offering from the right-hander. Kicks and delivers. It's a fastball. It gets all the way to the backstop. Well, that's a way to get the 5th run across. Ended up spiking the pitch. It's a wild pitch. Mackey's going to come in to score the 5th run here for Japan. Advancing over to third is Kobayashi. Moving to third is Sano. Moving to second is Kobayashi. That's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout for Chinese Taipei, as they got to try to get Koo out of this jam here. They're coming to talk to him and settle him down. So a 5-3 lead now for Samurai Japan. As they are continuing the bat here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They're looking to try to get another run here across, but that conference is over as the pitching coach returns. 2 gone here in the 5th. Runner at second and runner at third. Japan has already got one across here on that last wild pitch there from the right-hander Koo. So here we go back to the live action as that conference is over. Koo ready to face Kiyomiya here as the pitch is on the way. It is a fastball that misses down. It's now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Japan, like vultures circling, looking for the blood. Base hit here from Kiyomiya could reestablish the 4-run lead. There's a fastball swung on. It is hammered foul down the first base line, and the count now is 2-1 to Kentaro Kiyomiya. Japan will lament their chances as they have stranded 3 runners aboard. They've had a couple of instances where they could have packed on another run or 2, and that would have been back in the 2nd inning. all this damage has really started with 2 away. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up and away, and the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike to Kiyomiya. They do have the open base. Waiting on deck is Yuta Koga. So here comes the offering from the right-hander, who again leans in, gets the sign from Dye. Checks the runner over at second, checks the runner at third. Now the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and now the count goes full. That was a nice pitch. He threw that fastball on the outside corner. I think that would have been a strike, even if Taro Kobayashi didn't swing. But he's been changing a lot of the eye levels on the Taiwanese pitchers tonight, so we'll see how this one pays off. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. This ball could be trouble. Moving back onto the warning track and making a leap, and it's not going to be caught by Lin. That's going to get a couple of runs in. Rounding second and heading over to third with a triple is Kotaro Kiyomiya. That's going to add a couple more runs to the board. Kiyomiya gets himself a triple. In to score is Sano and Kobayashi. Samurai Japan has now got themselves 3 runs back here in this inning, and the score is now 7-3. That is going to bring up the catcher, Yuta Koga. As both of the defenders, both Chu and the left fielder Sang were going for the ball, they ended up colliding as they were trying to make the catch on the ball. I don't think either one of them really were going to get there. That ball was really driven into the gap. Just for them to get close to having to get it was an outstanding achievement. And the right-hander delivers here. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1 to Koga. So Yuta Koga 0 for 2 tonight, 1 for 3 in the tournament. He has struck out and flown to right in his 2 trips. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 0-2. One strike away from ending the inning. 7-3 Japan lead it here in the bottom half of the 5th. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down. It's now 1-2 to Koga. Chinese Taipei pitchers are fooling no one at this point. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the right-hander ready to go again. He kicks and he delivers. Fastball swung on line, foul down the right field line, and the count remains at 1-2 to Koga. Two hours and 10 minutes deep into the start time of this one. As we do appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight. If you're in North America, it is a late night. If you are in Asia, it is a early evening. Starting to progress along. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. They appeal to the first base umpire, but they say that Koga didn't go, and it's going to run the count even at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at third is Kiyomiya. And the 2-2 is on the way. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that misses down. They appeal over to the first base umpire. They say that Koga didn't go, and that runs the count now full. We got to look at the replay here. Oh, boy. Probably the right decision by the first base umpire. I don't know if he had gone enough to warrant that. So here comes the payoff pitch once again, the 3-2 on the way. Right-hander Koo delivers. It is a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, I don't know what Koga was looking for. You're not going to get a pitch any better than that. That is going to do it here to end the 5th inning. Well, there were 3 runs in the inning on the benefit of only 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. Your score through 5 complete, it is Samurai Japan 7 and Chinese Taipei 3. We're going to take our little break here. We appreciate you guys for being here. We're going to put the music on loop. We'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Your score is 7-3 for Japan over Chinese Taipei, as we are going to be moving along here to the 6th inning. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to come to bat. Koki Kitayama is the reliever who is coming in now here for Japan, as he will be coming here. So Koki Kitayama on in relief. as he is ready to face the catcher Dai, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-0. For Dai tonight, he is 0 for 2. He has flown to right and popped the first in his 2 trips. As Kitayama delivers, there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow right field. Drifting back on it is Murray Biashi, coming in on it and making the catch is the right fielder Isobata, and that is going to retire Dai for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Tung Hua Ye. So for Ye, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and flown to center, as the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Again, the right-hander Kitayama delivers. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the right-hander Kitayama delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. That last pitch was at 95 on the gun. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Again, the right-hander kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 2-2. Two on the way. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into center field, but it's going to get down for a base hit. A 1-out single here by Ye, as he is aboard, and that will bring up the third baseman, Cheng Yu Chang. Well, for Chang tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the 3rd, and he walked and scored a run in the 5th. He is officially 2 for 13 in the tournament with no homers and a couple RBIs. As the right-hander Kitayama steps off the backside of the rubber, he feigns the throw over first base, fooling nobody. I don't even know if Ye had made much of a lead. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. That was at 93. 1 ball and no strikes to Chang. Kind of wondering exactly what kind of pitching there would be in that Chinese professional league over in Taiwan. As the 1-0 is on the way, it's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. That last pitch was at 95 on the gun. Right-hander again holds to the set. Here comes the 2-0. Fastball swung on and missed. Now the count goes to 2-1. Looked like the Chinese Taipei was going to get back into this ball game as they had cut the lead to 4-3 after Japan had jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the first inning, but a 3-run uprising for Japan in the bottom of the 5th. There's a fastball that is fouled away. I think it might have got the end of the bat there. I'll have to take a look. Nope. Just the barrel snuck out and got it as he failed it away there for Chang, and the count's now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander holds to the set. Checks the runner over at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball's hit into deep right center field. This ball could be trouble. And looking up, and it is going to be off the wall. Tatsumi's going to field it. Cruising into second is going to be into third is Ye. Chang has got himself a double. And that is going to bring up the top of the order in Chin Cheng Chu. So they've got runners at second and third to Chinese Taipei, with only 1 gone, and now Chu coming to the bat. This will be Chu's second plate appearance. He walked and scored a run in the 5th inning. That ball did not miss by much. So Chinese Taipei threatening here, looking to try to get a couple of those runs back as they've got runners at second and third and one gone here in the sixth. Koki Kitayama ready to go back to work again. I'd be curious to see which other relievers Japan is going to roll out here for this one. And here comes the first offering. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and one strike it is. They are trading in the process of trading a run for the out. The infield is back here. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and fouled off the leg at Chu, and now he's in the hole at 0-2. So no balls and two strikes. Interesting. That pitch, when he fouled it off, he actually fouled it off his back leg. So here comes the 0-2 as the right-hander gets his sign from his catcher, Koga. And now the catcher has asked for time. You're going to have to recycle through the signals here. As I said, I can't really tell where the pitch clock is or where it's not. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It's going to be lined down the right field line into the corner. It's trouble. It's going to get a pair of runs in. End to score is Yu. End to score is Chang. And Chinese Taipei has given the high fives all the way around, as that is going to be a double here for Chu. He's knocked in a pair of runs as he will stop at second base, and that is going to cut the lead to 7-5. And one would have to think that with all the offensive runs scored, as I said, I haven't really done the calculation to see where it is. You would have to think Chinese Taipei have done their part. They scored 8 against the Americans. They were shut out by the Venezuelans, but they've got 5 here against Japan. As we mentioned, Venezuela and the United States, everybody else had some different things. We're going to look to see what is coming up to bat here. It is Li Lin who is scheduled to come to bat. So 7-5 is the score line for Samurai Japan. And the runner at second base is Chu. As that is slated to bring, well, it's supposed to bring Li Lin to the plate, but it looks like we're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter here. As it is going to be Anko Lin coming to the plate, so a different Lin. And Anko Lin getting his first look here. And he swings through at a split-figure pitch, and the count is quickly 0-1. So Anko Lin now in the ball game. He's hitting .250 in the tournament, batting from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Shimizu. 0-1 on the way. Fastball swung on, and it's fouled back off of Yuta Koga, and the count now goes to 0-2. Koga's going to get a moment to regroup a little bit. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Japan. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Chinese Taipei. And the right-hander works himself to the set position. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. Count goes to 1-2 on Anko Lin. Our friend God is Great says, funny someone used the name Kenta Maeda. He's been kicking around just listening. Yeah, Kenta Maeda was in here earlier. I really liked Kenta Maeda when he was with the Dodgers. Favorite way that he played. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to third. Diving stop by Sato. He's going to get up and win the race to the base. Nice job by him. It is going to retire Anko Lin on a ground out to 3 for the second out of the inning. And it advances Chu over to third. He's at third here now with 2 out, and that'll bring up the left fielder, or slated to bring up the left fielder, Seng. So Song-Yan Seng supposed to be coming to bat, and he is. He's officially 1 for 2 in the game tonight. He's got a double, an RBI. He's grounded out, and he has walked. So the right-hander Shimizu ready to go as he holds to the set. Now the pitch is on the way. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So runner at third is Chu. Chinese Taipei finds themselves down by 2 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. They have got a couple of more runs back. Pitch on the way. Fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 0-2 on Seng. So here comes the pitch from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses way outside. Count is 1-2. Other thing about those offensive runs scored, the Americans, I don't know what they did. I can't remember the score of the game against Japan, but Americans in that tiebreaker would have scored 6 today against Venezuela and would have had the game against Chinese Taipei, they would have scored a pair of runs, so they would have been at 8. Venezuela with the 2 runs and 5 runs in the 2 games they played. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. As far as I know, I think they'd be at 7 runs scored against those teams. But again, if they take a look to see what they're showing us on the World Baseball Softball Council site, if anything. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to do it. But they get a couple of runs in the inning due the Chinese Taipei Ball Club. There was 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was a runner left aboard. We are now through 5.5. Your score is Chinese Taipei trailing Japan 7-5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us. Our friend Katie Woe in here as well. Hopefully you'll be back for the final. We'll be here. We appreciate you for hanging in here with us tonight. It's been a tough one here, as it is kind of this is an anticlimactic kind of game. But we'll be back on tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have ourselves a healthy crowd in for this one. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is slated to come to bat Ryota Isobata, the top of the order, Itsuki Muribayashi, and Toshiya Sato, the 9-1-2 hitters. It is still the pitcher Chun Lin Ku on the mound. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Isobata tonight 0 for 2. He has grounded out and flown out in his 2 trips. The speedy right fielder squares to bunt, and he pulls back as that pitch was low, and the count is even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Isabata batting from the left side here against the right-hander Koo, who holds to the set and now kicks and fires. Again, squaring to bunt. Isabata drags it down the first base line, and he's going to execute it perfectly as it drew the first baseman off of the bag. The pitcher, Koo, not able to get over there to cover. It was in no man's land. He's got to get himself an infield single. Nice job there by Isabata to be able to fabricate his way on base. So he is going to be safe at first, and that will bring up the top of the order in Itsuki Moribayashi. And for Moribayashi tonight, he is 2 for 3. He has homered to begin the ball game. He has singled, and he has struck out. He's batting .222 in the tournament, as the right-handed hitting second baseman in Japan waits on the first pitch. And instead, it is Koo stepping off the backside of the rubber, looking the runner back to first. Got to be concerned here with Isabata. He does run well, and he feigns like he's going, and he fastball is taken for a call and strike, and the count is 0-1 to Moribayashi. So no balls and 1 strike. The right-hander ready to go again. They snap throw over to first base, and getting back in time as Isabata, the first baseman, had caught the ball, and then he tried to apply the tag through his legs. That's kind of funny. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. This game here is kind of hit a bit of a halt here as we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's slowed a little bit. 2.5 hours deep into this one as the pitcher, Koo, steps off the backside and feigns the throw to first. So Isabata, the runner at first. Nobody out here in the 6th. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Moribayashi. Right-hander against the right-hander. As Koo kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball swung on it. It is lifted into the seats foul down the first base line, and count remains at 1-2 to Moribayashi. Interesting that they haven't put the runner Isabata in motion. So here we go. Here comes the pitch from the right-hander, but instead, Koo throws over to first, and diving back is Moribayashi. Or check that, is Isabata. Moribayashi is the batter here. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the right-hander holds set. Instead, they throw over to first, and again, diving back in time safely is Isabata. They're concerned about his wheels on the bases. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. It is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to slice foul into the seats, and we'll do the 1-2 all over again to Moribayashi. I would expect probably a couple more throws over to first base to go with it. So Koo tonight is the 3rd pitcher used by Chinese Taipei. The Japanese have used 3 themselves. I'm sure they wouldn't want to show anybody that they, or at least tip who they would be rolling tomorrow, as the pitch on the way as a breaking ball swung on. Popped up foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the first base side, and the count continues to be 1-2 to Moribayashi. So the 1-2 ready to come again. Isabata establishes his lead here at first base. As the pitcher Koo now kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on, and it's tap foul over on the third base side. Count remains at 1-2. I was bordered on being a bit of a quick pitch there from Koo. I don't know if he came set for very long, and he certainly exploded quickly to the plate. So here comes the 1-2 all over again. As Moribayashi now asks for town. Oh boy. The second pitcher for the Chinese Taipei tonight, Ku Hao Cheng, he really had some tempo and pace once they relieved the starter. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Moribayashi. This right here, I'm going to have to do a fridge raid in between innings. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And to think they've added a couple of pitches to the count because I felt the pitchers have been working a little bit slowly. I'm not sure what they're adding here. As there's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. I don't know what Moribayashi was looking for, but he's down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring out the first baseman, Toshiya Sato. Well, for Sato tonight, he's got a single and 2 trips. He's also drawn a walk and scored a run. So that's strikeout there for Koo. Based on what we've got here in our books, that's the second strikeout tonight that he has been able to record. Now, the manager from Chinese Taipei had come out of the dugout. I don't know if he's going to make a change, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to go to the bullpen here. We're going to take a little time out. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We got to go refresh our drink. We also have to go and get ready for the back half of this, or the back third of this game. It's going to be a bit of a chore. I can feel it now. Here we go. Here comes our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is a lefty, Chi Swan Wang, in the ball game, as he's going to face Toshiya Sato here, as the lefty is ready to deliver, and he throws over to first base and diving back in time as the runner Isabata. So they wanted to see his move over there. So Chi Swan Wang on in relief. It is Sato who is 1 for 2. He's also walked and scored a run. As the pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Sato. I have to say that Koo was a bit of an escape artist, as he probably went a little longer than I thought he would. He went almost one time through the order. So here comes the 0-1 pitch to Sato, as he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on it. Is lifted into left center field. And this ball is going to get bleeded down for a base hit. Isabata, oh, how is he fun to watch as he's able to go from first to third. And a single here for Sato. It'll look like a line drive in the box score, but instead, the ball bleeds down. They got runners at the corners, and it's going to bring Ryosuke Tatsumi to the plate. Well, for Tatsumi, he's officially 0 for 1 tonight. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. So he steps in here. That was a third time tonight Sato has been on base, by the way. He's got a couple of hits and a walk. So Tatsumi, who's hitting .280 in the tournament, no homers and 3 RBIs, he steps in here. And the first pitch on the way from Wang. Fastball misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. 7 for 25 in the tournament for Tatsumi. So 1 ball and no strikes as Wang gets a new baseball and he rubs it up. And now the catcher's on his way out to the mound to have a word with him. As I said, this game here has lost its tempo and pace in a lot of ways. A lot of movement with the pitchers now coming in and out. Inability to throw strikes. Batters getting plunked. You think of the stat line here in this one here that Hayakawa, who had the start for Japan tonight, 7 walks issued. Only 3 walks by the Koreans. But as we mentioned, there's been a couple of hit batters in this game as well. And the pitch on the way, it is a fastball that misses down, and the count now is 2-0. Tatsumi was hit in the first inning by the starter Poching Chen. So 2 balls and no strikes to Tatsumi. Runner at first, Sato. Runner at third, Isabata. 1 gone here in the 6th inning. Lefty works himself to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike as Wang leans in. Checks that runner over at third base. And the 2-1 on the way. He delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and this is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats. Over on the third base side, now the count goes to 2-2 on Tatsumi. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tatsumi again digs in, ready to get this pitch from the left-hander Wang. First left-hander we have, since the starter, Chen left the game, first left-hander we've seen since. And Chen certainly didn't bring a whole lot to the table. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lined down the line into left field. That's going to get a run in and maybe more. Into the corner is Sang. He picks it up. And coming home all the way from first base is Sato. It's going to be a 2-run double for Tatsumi, as he's going to get himself a couple RBIs. That is going to increase the scoreline to 9-5 here for Japan. So Sato all the way from first base, able to come around and score. Isabata could have crawled in from third. And that is going to bring to the plate Shugo Maki. We'll see if Japan can keep the conga line running here in this one tonight. Not even sure what to say in these situations. Do you keep the offense pouring it on? I mean, one would have to think that, I forget what they call it in English terms. We call it the mercy rule. I think they call it the surrender rule, or they'll refer to it as that in other places. Well, that is it for Wang. His night is over. That didn't last long. He came in to face two left-handed batters. He gave up a single and a double, and he's heading back to the dugout. Shugo Maki coming to the plate, and they're going to make a pitching change, and we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Kwan Wei Chen coming in. He'll be the third pitcher of the inning used, as he is slated to face Shugo Maki. Maki stands in, and he takes a first pitch fastball upstairs for ball one. Count is 1-0. 9-5, Japan now leads it, as they are batting here in the last half of the sixth inning. Right-hander holds to the set position. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now is 1-1 to Maki. One ball and one strike. Runner at second is Tatsumi. There is only one gone here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. As the right-hander holds set, kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-2. Not sure Maki agreed with the call the way that he turned to the home plate umpire, but here comes the 1-2. As he kicks and delivers, it is a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. Maki's in the books for the second out of the inning, and that'll leave it all up to the left fielder, Kaita Sano. Well, for Sano, he is 2 for 3 tonight. Takes him to 9 for 24 in the tournament. As the right-hander leans in and picks up his side from his catcher Dai, Maki in the dugout talking to his teammates in disgust. First pitch on the way, fastball misses up and in, and the count is 1-0. With Sano's 2 hits tonight, it raises his average to 375 in the tournament. No homers and a couple RBIs. So here comes the 1-0 offering as the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-0. Certainly not a pitcher's duel in this one here. As I said, tomorrow night, I'm not sure who Chinese Taipei would turn to on their roster, but they are, I assume, I'll bet dollars to donuts it's going to be Soshi Togo tomorrow for Japan. So here's the 2-0 pitch. Split finger pitch misses down. Runs the count to 3-0. Might as well just hold that fourth finger up to get the inevitable out of the way. And start fresh with Kotaro Kobayashi. So 3 balls and no strikes as Santa waits in. Chen ready to deliver here as he works himself to the set position. 3-0 on the way. And here comes the pitch. Now, where is that pitch clock now? There's a fastball taken for a called strike. Just seems like we've had a couple calls tonight when Hayakawa got dinged for the pitch count. I couldn't understand why. I mean, he worked so quickly. And again, hit with the pitch count violation. I didn't see where exactly that had taken place, but it was to start the inning. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to first. Fielded neatly by the first baseman, Pan. He's going to win the race to the base. It's going to be a ground out to 3. And that is going to do it here in the 6th inning for Samurai Japan. They got 2 more runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. Your score as we're moving to the top of the 7th. It is now 9-5 for Japan. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Hopefully we'll keep awake here to be able to bring it all with you. Let's go have a look at Steve Rademacher's refrigerator. We'll be right back after this.
Steve here from outside his refrigerator that a lot of you like so much. So let's go inside. There's my hot sauces and other stuff. Let's see what we can do here for Freddie. Awesome game, Freddie. Keep up the good work. We love the baseball. So why don't we rip open Garbage Pail Kids just for you and the listeners. Large Marge, she belongs in the fridge. Liberty Libby, well, she belongs down here on the beer. Apple Corey, hey, he's pretty cool. Put him on that beer up here. And Target Margaret. All Series 3 Chrome Garbage Pail Kids. Freddie, back to you in the game, and everybody else, please enjoy everything he does and tip him nicely.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the top of the 7th inning. It is supposed to be Gil Zhiga, and then it'll be Pan and Chiang slated to come to bat. As it is going to be Koki Kitayama, who is back out for his, or is it Kitayama, who is back out for another inning of work? We just have to get some confirmation on that. As the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. There's a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. It is still Kitayama. That is going to be 1-1 here to Jagilgija, as we said. As the pitch on the way as a fastball that misses upstairs. Count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander delivers a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. That last pitch was at 93 miles an hour. Count remains at 2-2. 29 pitches so far here for Kitayama. He's had 24 in the first inning of work. As the pitch is on the way, it's a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And Gilgija is gone for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Chikai Pan. Pardon me. Could not get to the hot button quick enough. So 1 gone here in the top of the 7th. And Pan coming to bat here, or slated to come to bat. He is 0 for 3 in this one. He has flown to center, grounded to second, and grounded into a double play. And the first pitch fastball misses inside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander Kitayama rocking into the motion quickly and delivers a fastball taken or swung on and missed. Count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Another breaking ball delivered, and that one drops in for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-2 on Pan. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander getting his sign from the catcher. He rocks himself into the windup and kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. Again, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night, so hopefully those of you can join us, whether you're listening live or on delay. 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball misses outside. It's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pan. Definitely would expect our crowd to be on the large side for the final. There's a breaking ball swung on and lifted into the seats. Count remains at 2-2. That last pitch was a split finger pitch. So Kitayama rocking himself into the windup, and he kicks and fires. And there is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. Pan's in the books. Second strikeout of the inning here. And third strikeout from Kitayama here tonight. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Kunyo Chang. And for Chang, well, he's 0 for 2 tonight. He is also walked. As he has first pitch that was delivered to Chang was fouled away. Count is 0-1. There is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kunyo Chang. Again, the right-hander Kitayama working quickly. Fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kitayama delivers again. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count's 2-2. Getting my text messages blown up. I'd mentioned earlier at the top of the stream, we were talking about some transactions in Major League Baseball and also the Japanese League. There was a big trade in the MLB yesterday. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Giving chase is the right fielder, Isabata. He's going to make the over-the-shoulder running catch, and that is going to do it. We'll talk about the trades when we come back in a bit, but that was a 1-2-3 inning as Chinese Taipei goes in order. We are now moving to the bottom half of inning number 7. Your score is Japan 9 and Chinese Taipei 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the last half of the seventh inning. It'll be Kotaro Kobayashi, Kotaro Kiyomiya, and Yuta Koga to come to bat here for Samurai Japan, or at least slated to come to bat. As the right-hander delivers, it's a first pitch fastball swung on and grounded up the middle. A diving play by the shortstop. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Chang, diving to his left. Gets up and fires out Kobayashi. That's going to go in the books as a ground out, 6-3. Oh, Kobayashi's going to feel heartbroken about that one, as that looked like it was destined to go up to center field. But boy, did he show off some range and some glove there. Be able to make that play and get up and still fire out Kotaro Kobayashi by a couple of steps. That is going to bring up Kotaro Kiyomiya to the plate. And the first pitch to Kiyomiya is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Kiyomiya tonight has tripled home a couple of runs. He's 1 for 3. He is 3 for 14 in the tournament. And the breaking ball catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander holds to the set position. Here comes the pitch. There's a split finger misses down, and the count goes to 1-2. So one ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned, we do appreciate everybody who has popped in, whether you listen live or on delay. It's good to have you with us here tonight. Fastball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Moving over underneath it with plenty of room to make the catch is the left fielder, Sang, and that is going to retire Kiyomiya for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that will leave it up to the catcher, Yuta Koga. Should say. Koga is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out twice and flown to right field. Koga batting .250 in the tournament now, as he is 1 for 4 with an RBI in the tournament. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is, as the right-hander holds to the set. And now kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Koga. Again, the right-hander Chan ready to go again as he holds to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 gone here in the 7th inning. As Japan holding on to a 9-5 lead, there's a breaking ball that the catcher Dai tried to suck down into the strike zone, but he wasn't able to convince the umpire it was a strike. That's going to run the count to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Japan is going to go in order 1-2-3 here for the first time since the 4th inning. And that will do it here for Samurai Japan. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 7 complete. Your score is Samurai Japan 9 and Chinese Taipei 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight, listening on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the bottom third of the batting order due up here to face the Japanese in the bottom half or the top half of the eighth. It'll be Pei Fong Dai, Tung Hua Yu, and Cheng Yu Chang. So 7, 8, and 9 to come to bat here. It looks like it is still Koki Kitayama coming back out for his third inning of work. He has 3 strikeouts in his 2 innings. Not sure what they're doing, but they're pointing on the watch here of something. Looks like they have already added a ball to the count. So 1 ball and no strikes. Or is it a strike here? No, they've added a strike to the count. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on it. It is grounded foul. It's going to be 0-2. So it must have been something on the catcher, Pei Fong Dai. He was a little bit slow getting up to the plate area. So no balls and 2 strikes it is to him. We've seen the pitchers get strikes added. First time I've seen a hitter get one. There's a fastball that misses up, and the count is 1-2. I don't know if I like the rule or not. I'm a little bit mixed on it. But I do understand that they want to speed up the process of the game. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside. The count goes to 2-2. I don't get a sense, or I haven't had a sense. I know in Major League Baseball, when a player will get a standing ovation, I think of Freddie Freeman late in the year when he came back after he had the issues with his child, one of his youngest. Fastball swung on, chopped, foul down the first base line, and the count remains at 2-2. Freddie Freeman had missed quite a bit of time with the Dodgers in the middle of the season as one of his children had some serious health concerns. When he came back, he got a very warm ovation from the Dodger fans, and he had stopped and tipped his cap and everything. And I know that Major League Baseball has created a rule that if there's an ovation or something along those lines, that they would have to look the other way on the pitch count. There's the fastball swung out in the dirt, and they are going to have to throw Dai out at first. It's going to go as a strikeout 2-3 on the putout. That'll be the 4th strikeout here for Kitayama recorded in this one. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Tung Hua Yu. Anyways, just finishing out that point about Freddie Freeman, about taking his time. Obviously, the first hitter here picked up a strike as he wasn't ready to hit. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Yu. Yu tonight is 1 for 3. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also scored a run. As the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count now is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the right-hander delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses way upstairs. The count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Again, the right-hander Kitayama in the motion. It's a fastball that misses way upstairs. The count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike. And the right-hander Roxanne delivers. There's another fastball that misses way upstairs. That's going to be ball 4. A 1-out walk issued here to Yu. That's going to bring Cheng Yu Chang to the plate. So for Chang, he strides to the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He has also walked, and he has scored a pair of runs. So Cheng Yu Chang here, waiting on the first offering from the hard-throwing right-hander Koki Kitayama. Pitch on the way is a split-figure pitch, misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. 9-5 lead here for the Samurai Japan as it is in the top of the 8th inning. Chinese Taipei is starting to run out of outs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1. Or check that 0-2. I thought it was the first pitch was a just missed. I guess we're going to have to wait and see if they catch up. They haven't always been perfect. So here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses down. I guess maybe we made the mistake, but it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the right-handed hitting. Yeah, weakening on the pitch here. Here comes the offering. Or sorry, Chang waiting on the offering. Fastball misses in. It's now 2-2. I know the number one priority after this game is to get some rest. We're going to have a long one tomorrow. I just have that feeling. And if the Japanese have the script writers in their favor, it would probably be Japan who is going to win that ball game. But that's why they have to play it. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted foul into the seats down the third base line. Count remains at 2-2. Runner at first is Ye. There is 1 gone here in the inning. The 9-hole hitter, Chang, batting here, and it'll be Chu who waits his turn on deck. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball taken on the outside corner for a called third strike. That's the second time tonight that Chang has gone down looking at pitches. He's in the books for the second out of the inning. It'll bring up the top of the order in Chang Chu. Well, for Chu, he entered the game in the 5th inning for the starter Chen Wei Chen. And since then, he has a double, a couple RBIs. He's walked and scored a run. He's been a little bit of a fire hazard here as there's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is to Chu. Again, the right-hander holds to the set. Kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count goes even to 1-1. And the right-hander holding to the set. Checks the runner now, delivers. It's a split-figure pitch, swung on and missed, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the right-hander Kitayama ready to go again. He works himself to the belt, now to the chest. And here he goes and kicks and delivers. It's a fastball, swung on and missed. Kitayama blows Chu away. That's the 3rd strikeout of the inning as he Ks the side. 5 in the ball game, actually 6 in the ball game now for Kitayama, and that will do it here in the 8th inning for Chinese Taipei. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Your score is Japan 9 and Chinese Taipei 5. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging here with us. As we say, whether you listen live or on delay, it's great to have you here. But we'll be back right after this little musical timeout.
Go, yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be N. Sui Hang who is coming in. NC Hang He'll be taking over here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and he'll be facing the 9-1-2 hitters. And the first pitch to Ryota Isobata is a fastball that misses down for a ball. The count is 1-0. Isobata 1 for 3 tonight. He is now 2 for 8 in the tournament. As the right-handed reliever kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on it. It's going to be lifted foul down the left field line. The count now goes even to 1-1. So NC Huang on in relief. And he is the 6th pitcher used tonight by Chinese Taipei. The 1-1 on the way. Fastball swung on, grounded over to second, fielded neatly. They throw to first, and that is going to retire Isobata. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Itsuki Muribayashi. Well, Muribayashi started the game in style as he hit the home run to lead it off in inning number 1. He's got 2 hits and 4 trips. He's also struck out a couple of times. So 2 for 4 here tonight. And he pitches a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander ready to go again as he holds to the set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Again, Huang, a little bit one of the bigger pitchers here as he's very stocky. There's a split figure pitch that is swung on and missed. The count is now 2-1. He reminds me a little bit of that Song who pitches for Tohoku in terms of body type. There's the 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side, fielding it deep into the right field. Oh, my goodness. What a great play by the second baseman. Yeah, he had fielded it deep into right field, had done a 360, threw it to first, and that is going to retire Muribayashi on the ground out 4-3. Can't ask for a better play than that. That's the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Toshiya Sato. Wow, fantastic play there by the second baseman. Well, that is going to bring Sato to the plate, and the first pitch to him is a swung on. It's chopped over the head of the pitcher. They're going to have to hurry to get him, and they do. What a nice defensive sequence by Chinese Taipei as that goes as a ground out 6-3 to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. That is now 8 retired in a row. But Japan has the leverage here as they take a 9-5 to the lead to the top of the 9th. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here. Bit of a whimper here tonight. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some fun doing the game that means everything. The finals of the tournament.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
That's right, everybody. We know baseball, and it is going to be the top of the 9th inning when we come back just after this. Appreciate you guys for holding it down with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 9th inning. It'll be a reliever coming in for Japan. It is going to be Rikudo Yokoyama on in relief. He has worked 3 1/3 innings in the tournament. He has a 2.7 ERA, He struck out 3 and walked 2, so he is on in relief. And it'll be Anko Lin, Song En Seng, and the cleanup hitter, Kunquan Gajulgajwa. As the first pitch fastball is swung on and fouled away, the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Welcome to the game, Anko Lin. As he had grounded to first his first trip to the plate. And there he swings at a fastball, and he delivers a long blast to deep right field, and this ball is going to be gone. That ended up about 25 rows right into the back of the wall in right center field. So a solo shot has cut the lead to 9-6. That ball was an absolute scorched, no doubter. And the score line is now 9-6 here in this one. Are the Chinese Taipei going to make a comeback? Verna Lee stops in and says hello and says it was awesome that the USA was able to win earlier today. Well, they got themselves a win. I don't know where that's going to leave them here in the bracket. I think they're going to be in the bronze medal game, as there's a fastball swung on it, has popped up over in foul territory on the first base side of home plate. Racing over to make the catch is Yuta Koga, and that is going to retire Seng for the first out of the innings. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the designated hitter. We've struggled with his name the whole night, is Kunquan Gajulgajwa, as he steps to the plate here. Well, the United States, certainly the ball club that they sent over, just don't have enough bullets in the gun. Fastball that misses outside, the count is 1-0. You'd have to think that maybe they got to reconsider what they're doing. They bring some prospects. They got some former major league players, and they've got some pretty good AAA type players. Fastball swung on, grounded on 1 hop over to third, fielded neatly by the third baseman Kiyomiya. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Gajulgajwa for the second out of the inning. It's a ground out 5-3. He's gone for out number 2, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Chikai Pan. So Chinese Taipei now down to their final out, trailing 9-6 here, the top half of the 9th inning. Once this game is done, we'll just give you a short little roundup. I'm not going to give you the whole thing here, but we'll give you a little roundup on the game, and then we'll call it a night, and then it'll be all on tomorrow. Fastball swung on, lifted into shallow left field. Coming in on it is Sano. He's there to make the catch, and that is going to do it. As Samurai Japan, so far undefeated in the tournament, and looking to close it off tomorrow, wins this one here. Your final score, 9-6. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left the board in inning number 9. We'll be back in just a couple of moments to wrap it up. We appreciate you guys for listening in. Those of you who stuck around tonight, it all is for real tomorrow. And we'll be back right after this in just a couple of moments.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and the support you give to our channel, and support we turn and give Matt Hollis ours as well. Be sure to check him out after the game. Well, the Japanese scored 4 runs in the first inning. It all started with a leadoff home run by Itsuki Moribayashi. After a walk, a hit by pitch, and a double off the bat of Shota Morishita brought in a pair more. Kaito Sano then grounded out, and then Chinese Taipei went to the bullpen because their starter was toast. Kitara Kobayashi then sacrificed home the 4th run of the inning, and that is where it stood after 1. In the 3rd inning, Chinese Taipei got one back. A walk to Li Lin, and then a double off the bat of Song and Seng brought home Lin, and that cut the lead to 4-1. Well, Chinese Taipei scored a couple more in the 5th inning. It was a leadoff walk to Chang, then a walk to Chu. A single by Li Lin brought home the 1st run of the inning. And then after a walk to Seng, it was a RBI walk to Gizhou with the bases loaded that brought home another run. And that at the time had cut the lead to 4-3. But just as the Japanese do, they scored 3 in their half of the 5th inning. And they did that after a walk. There was a fielder's choice, and then a single to Sano, a walk to Kobayashi, and then a 2-run triple by Kiyomiya brought home a couple of runs, and that made the scoreline at that point in time 7-3. Well, Samurai Japan kept at it. They added a couple more in the 6th, as it was a single by Isabata after with a strikeout to Muribayashi. Sato singled, and then a 2-run double by Tatsumi made the scoreline 9-5. But the last run, or the consolation point, solo shot home run in the 9th inning by Anko Lin, and that made the final 9-6, and that is how it ended. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you all for being here. Tomorrow it is all for real, as we are going to be seeing ourselves the championship game. I do believe it is going to be the same 2 teams that we'll be facing tomorrow. We'll be there for it on the call for you. Hopefully you guys can join us when you can. Have a great night, everybody. We appreciate you guys once again for being here. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.